Rodney Stone by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, dramatised for radio in 4 parts by Constance Cox, with Sean Arnold as Rodney Stone, Stuart Organ, Henry Stamper, Charlotte Mitchell and John Rye. Rodney Stone, Part 1.
In the year 1814, when England was at war with France, I was a boy of 16 and lived with my mother in a cottage at Friar's Oak in Sussex. My father was in the Navy, and I longed to join him, for all the Stones had been naval men. But my mother insisted I must complete my education first. So, what leisure time I had from my studies, I spent with my bosom friend, Jim Harrison, who worked at his uncle's smithy in the village.
Keep those bellows going, Jim. Don't let the fire get low.
Right, Uncle.
That's it, boy.
The Brighton Mail. Come and see it.
Nay, Master Rodney, that's not a Brighton Mail. It's a private coach with a party of young Corinthians. Been visiting the Prince of Brighton, I dare say.
Look at those horses. What would you give to drive a team like that, Jim? Oh, more than I'll ever be worth, Roddy. Look out, his whip.
Watch out with your whip, young master. You're not to be trusted on the box if you can't handle it better than that.
What's that you say?
I bid you have a care, master. Or there'll be some one-eyed folk along the road you drive.
Oh, you say that, do you? I'll have a little talk with you, my fine fellow.
That's it, Fred. Make him put up his hands.
Knock some of the soot off him. Give the Johnny Roy's breakfast. I'll pay you for your advice, my man. Put your hands up. I don't choose to hit a man who's unprepared.
Get back to your coach, sir. I'm not fighting you.
Perhaps my glove across your face will persuade him.
Don't strike me, master. You'll get pepper if you do.
Oh, Gad, I know you. You're champion Jack Harrison.
My name, master.
And I thought you were some Sussex jawbacon. Man, I haven't seen you since the day you nearly killed Black Baruch and cost me a cool 100 by doing it.
Lord Frederick was going to take on the ex-champion of England.
Fred, give him one on the apron, see what happens. I'll let you off this time, Harrison.
Thank you, sir.
So, this is where you finished up. What's this place called?
Friar's Oak, sir. It's quiet, but with what I save from the prize ring and what I make from the traffic on the Brighton Road, I get a living.
Well, the Prince is at Brighton in his new pavilion. He'd be glad to see you.
Oh, nay, sir. He'd never remember me.
Oh, don't you believe it. What, Prinny forget the ex-champion of England? Never. Why, you're only 7 miles out. You could walk to Brighton in 2 hours.
Ah, no doubt I could, sir. But I'm finished with boxing. My missus always hated it. Anyway, it's best for me to do nothing that might bring the old longing back.
Well, you know your own business best. Are these your 2 sons here?
I've no children, sir. This is young Rodney Stone, who lives hard by, and this is Jim, my nephew.
Your nephew, eh? Well, here's a guinea for you, Jim. You shall never say I robbed you of your uncle. You see my cattle? I shall make London under the 5 hours.
Ah, they're splendid beasts, sir. Watch out for that whip. All ex-champions might be as easy-going as I am.
Hey, Jim. What? The guinea. You've forgotten it. Let it lie there. I'm not going to pick it up.
Is that you, Rodney?
Yes, Mother.
Here's a letter from your father.
Father? Is he coming home?
No, not yet, I'm afraid.
Oh, has he been in another battle?
Yes, he was in an engagement in the Mediterranean, and although his ship was in the... Oh, what was the word he used?
The van?
Ah, yes, that's it. The van. It suffered no damage from the French guns.
And Father wasn't hurt?
Quite unhurt.
Oh.
He says Admiral Nelson had a special word for him after the engagement.
Oh, Mother, can't I go to sea very soon?
Rodney, you're only 16.
But lots of boys are midshipmen at my age. Father's a lieutenant. He could speak for me. I might get with Admiral Nelson.
You must finish your schooling first.
You don't need learning in the Navy.
When the time comes, you shall go, I promise.
Oh.
You shall make the Navy your profession as all the Stones have done.
Hey, that's Jim. We're going on to the Downs to make an invasion bonfire. We've got a heap of sticks and grass ready. Do you think Napoleon will invade us?
God grant he never will.
Oh, it'd be a shame we made that bonfire for nothing. To make such a lovely blaze.
Please God we'll light it for victory instead. Take your cap, Rodney.
I won't be late back.
Rodney.
Yes?
Rodney, dear, I know there's no one else for you to make a friend here but Jim. But don't let him go teaching you rough ways. Oh. Remember, there's a difference between you.
Jim isn't rough, and he's as good as I am.
No, dear, that's not true. No one knows anything about his parents.
His uncle was champion heavyweight of England, and he knew the Prince of Wales. The gentleman said so.
What gentleman?
The gentleman with the coach who threw him a guinea. And Jim was too proud even to pick it up.
Jim may have pride, dear, but it doesn't make up for the lack of respectable parentage.
Oh, Mother.
All I ask is, don't let him teach you anything your father would be ashamed of.
Jim would never do that. I'm coming. Bye, Mother.
Hey, Roddy, I thought you were coming to help. You're leaving me to do all the work.
I won't be a minute. I'm finishing something I promised Mother I'd do for her.
Oh. What's that you're writing?
It's a family tree. It shows you who all your ancestors were.
Are all those yours?
Yes, I've only been able to go back as far as my great-great-grandfather. That's him, Vernon Stone, born 1634, died 1681.
What was he?
A sailor, of course. We've always been sailors. He fought in dozens of naval battles under Charles II. Now, this one, Hawkstone, was his eldest son.
Why have they all got such funny names?
They're not funny. They're the names of famous admirals. That's why my name's Rodney. And when I have a son, I shall call him Nelson.
Oh, it'll be wretched here when you go to sea, Roddy.
Oh, then why don't you come with me, Jim? We could join a ship together and...
No, I can't. I've got to be in my uncle's smithy. Besides, it wouldn't be the same for me as for you.
Why not?
Well, you'll go on to be an officer because you're a gentleman's son. I'm only a village lout. I'd never be anything more than a rating.
You're not a village lout, Jim.
Oh, I'm nothing any good, I know that. If I were, my uncle and aunt would tell me about my parents. But they shut up close as oysters when I ask, so it's pretty plain they were something to be ashamed of. If I'm to make a name in the world, I've got to do it on my own. That's clear enough. What's that?
Sounds like a dog.
Look, over there, that gypsy. Huh? He's thrashing the poor little lurcher.
No.
Come on.
Varmint! Run away from me, would you varmint? I'll give you run away. Take that, you devil!
Don't, please! Stop it! It's hurting, no!
Get away from me, woman. I'll learn it this time, once and for all.
There's enough of that! What the devil? You'll not touch that dog again.
Who the hell are you interfering? Give me back that rope.
Leave that dog alone, then, or I'll use it on you.
You'll do what?
You heard me. Touch that dog again and I'll knock you down.
You don't know what you're saying, boy. Get out of here before he kills you.
I'm not afraid of him. Are you going to give me your word to leave that dog alone?
You got a bold tongue in you, young master. And what makes you think I'd take any notice of what you say?
Because if you don't, I'll make you.
Make me? Make me? Oh.
I'll fight you.
Fight me? You?
Please, young man, please go. You can't fight him. You don't know who he is.
I do know who he is.
Oh, you do you? Who am I, then?
You're Gypsy Lee, and you call yourself the Cock of the South Downs.
Gypsy Lee?
Your young companion seems to take me at my proper value. Yes, I'm Gypsy Lee, and I call myself the Cock of the South Downs because I am. Sure you still want to take me on, young shaver?
Yes, I know something of sparring, too.
Go home. Go home while you're still safe. Why, the mother's milk's not dry on you.
Now will you fight?
Strike me, would you? All right, then. You asked for it. Come on. Take your coat off.
Oh, Ben, be easy
Be
on
quiet,
him.
woman.
Hold my coat for me, Roddy. Here.
Keep out of his reach, Jim. He's so big.
I know how to handle him.
Now, say your prayers, youngster. Because when I've done with you, your own mother ain't gonna know you. Here's for a start.
It was a good punch, Lee, if it had landed.
Keep still, can't you? Let me hit you.
Watch out, Jim.
Oh,
Jim.
No, that weren't so funny, were it?
Jim, can you get up?
I'm all right. Leave me alone.
Want some more, do you? All right, then. I'm your man.
Here, break away, Jim. Keep him on the move. He's got bellows to mend already.
Oh, bellows to mend away. This is gonna finish you, boy.
Watch it, Jim. Jim! Oh, Jim!
Well, Lee, have you had enough?
Jim, you fought like a champion!
How is he?
He can't speak, sir. You better go. Leave him to me.
Oh, won't he take it out on you?
Oh, don't worry about me, sir. I'm used to him. I can handle him, all right.
Oh, it's all right, old fellow. He won't touch you again in a hurry.
Hey, it's 5 o'clock. They'll be wondering where we've got to. Come on, Jim. Here's your coat. Hurry.
I'll race you there.
All right. Come on.
Where's that young vermin? I ain't finished him off yet.
He's gone. And you can thank your lucky stars he has. He nigh on finished you off.
Oh.
Now, sit up. And I'll bathe your face.
Ah, there you are at last, Jim. I've been needing you to blow the bellows for me. It's been a mortar traffic on the Brighton Road, and shoes cost but a dozen.
Sorry, Uncle. I'll do it now.
Now, wait a minute, boy. What's happened to your face?
Oh, it's nothing. Just a bruise.
Looks more like the result of a blow to me. Master Rodney, have you been fighting with my nephew?
No, I couldn't hit him like that, Mr. Harrison, even if I wanted to.
No, I didn't think you could. There was weight and strength behind that. Well, how did it happen, Jim?
Aren't you two coming into your meal yet? Mercy on us, Jim. What have you been doing?
He's just about to tell me, missus. Let the lad speak. Oh, Jim?
It was a fight, Uncle.
A fight? Oh, no.
Quiet now, Mrs.
No.
Quiet.
A gypsy was beating his dog. I went in and stopped him, that's all.
Jim hasn't told you who it was. It was a man named Gypsy Lee who calls himself the Cock of the
Lee?
South Downs.
You fought Gypsy Lee? He let you off light, I suppose.
No, he didn't. It was Jim who beat him. He knocked him right out.
Oh, no. No, I...
But how did you do it, boy? I never taught you.
I remembered a lot from listening to you talking about your old days in the ring. And Roddy and I have sparred a bit between ourselves.
Oh, Jack, you must stop this. You mustn't let it go on.
Then, old girl, I'll handle this. You get along.
No.
You do as I say.
Just what you talk to him, Jack. You talk to him.
No, Jim. I've told you before. I don't want you following in my footsteps.
I don't see why not. You were champion of England.
And I nearly killed a man in the ring. Don't forget that. You don't know what it was like for me, Jim. Those days and weeks when he hung between life and death. And every minute I thought I'd feel the hand of a Bow Street runner on me shoulder for murder. That's what made me give it up in the end.
Well, that might not happen to me.
I'm not saying it would, Jim. If you were my son, I might feel different, but you're not, and I have a duty to you. I promised your father I'd bring you up in this trade, and I mean to keep my word to him.
But there are famous men in the boxing profession. You said so yourself. Men like Gentleman Jackson and John Gully.
Your father isn't ashamed of the profession, Jim.
Isn't? Do you mean my father's alive?
I should have said wasn't, lad. Just a slip of the tongue. But it wouldn't be right for you.
But, Uncle...
I've said my last word, Jim. Now let me hear no more of it. But there's one thing I will do, so you don't take another blow like that. I'll teach you to hold up your hands to anything in the South Country.
You'll teach me to fight properly?
Yes, but only for your own protection. You're not to think of professional milling. Now then, put up your hands, and I'll give you your first lesson.
Oh, Uncle.
Now, stand on the balls of your feet, boy, so you can move fast. That's it. Now, forward again. On this one. No!
Already. That's done.
Finished your homework already, Rodney?
Yes. Well, all but the Latin, and I can do that tomorrow. I'm going to Cliff Royal with Jim. We're going to set some snares for rabbits.
You won't stay out too late, will you? It's not a pleasant place to be after dark.
Don't worry, Mother. I'd rather walk past a gibbet on Ditchling Common than Cliff Royal after dark.
Goodness, how you've grown out of that coat these last 6 months.
Well, I'm 6 months older.
Such good cloth, too. How we should get you another, I can't think.
Well, if we get a lot of rabbits, I could sell some to the butcher.
Oh, no, dear. No.
But why?
People must not know that things are difficult for
Mother,
us.
that's ridiculous.
We shall manage somehow. There's Jim.
Oh, good.
Let him in while I take these things into the kitchen.
All right. Come in, Jim.
Hello, Roddy.
Hello.
Good Good evening, Jim.
Good evening, Mrs. Stone.
Have you got the wires?
Yes, I made 2 dozen. Here, you take half.
Thank you. Well, we ought to get a lot of rabbits up at Cliff Royal because nobody ever goes near there.
Ruddy, have you heard that Cliff Royal is haunted?
Of course I have. Everybody knows that.
Whose ghost is it supposed to be?
Well, the man who was murdered, I suppose.
Ah, was there a murder there?
Yes, didn't you know?
No. I asked my uncle to tell me the story and he wouldn't.
Ah, that's because your uncle's best friend was concerned in it. I don't suppose he wanted to talk about his disgrace.
My uncle's best friend?
Yes.
Well, how do you know all about it?
I heard my mother and the vicar discussing it the other day. I was in the kitchen, but they left the door open.
Ah, well, tell me the story, Ruddy.
Yes. Well, it all happened about 14 years ago. Lord Avon was the owner of Cliff Royal. He was your uncle's best friend.
Lord Avon was?
Yes. My mother said he used to be your uncle's patron when he boxed in the prize ring.
Oh, I see. Well, go on, Ruddy.
Well, Lord Avon had asked 3 of his London friends to come down and spend a few days with him at Cliff Royal. One of them was my mother's brother, Sir Charles Tregellis. That's how she knows all about it. Then there was Sir Lothian Hume, Lord Avon's nephew, and Captain Barrington, Lord Avon's younger brother.
And those were the 4 that were there when the murder was committed?
Yes. Well, when they'd all arrived, they sat down and started to play cards for money. They went on playing for 2 whole days and a night. Lord Avon lost, Sir Lothian Hume lost, and my uncle lost, and Captain Barrington won until he couldn't win any more.
Did he win all their money?
Not only their money, but he won from his elder brother some papers that meant a great deal to him. On Monday night, they stopped playing at last and all went to bed. The next morning, they found Captain Barrington dead in his room, with his throat cut.
Had his brother killed him?
Well, they thought so, because he fled from the house and disappeared. He's never been heard of since.
I wonder if it's true.
Well, of course it's true. My mother said so.
No, I mean about the ghost.
Oh.
Roddy, will you come with me tonight and look for it?
Look for the ghost?
Yes. Slip out when your mother's in bed. I'll wait for you at the smithy.
But supposing we see it?
Well, what if we do? Won't hurt us. Ghosts only walk through you.
All right. What time?
When it strikes 10 by the church clock. Come on, we'll lay our snares first.
All right.
We're going now, Mrs. Stone.
Goodbye, Jim. Don't keep Roddy out too late.
We're lucky. There's a moon.
Only a little one.
Oh, enough to see by anyway. Not far now, Roddy. There it is.
Jim, it looks a horrible place.
Oh, only because it's been deserted for years. Wonder if we'll be able to get inside.
Oh, don't let's try, Jim. Let's go back.
What? When we've come all this way? Come on.
Jim.
We're in luck, Roddy. Here's one of the windows open.
But it looks haunted, Jim. Let's go back.
Not lightly. Look, there's nothing to be afraid of, Roddy. I'll help you in first.
No, you go first.
All right. Give me a leg. Right, I'm in. Give me your hands. I'll strike a light. I brought a bit of candle with me. Here. Hold the candle steady.
Yes.
That's better. Now we can look around.
Jim, look. What? This must be the very room where they played cards. Jim, look at that table. The cards are still there.
There must be 40 packs at least. They must have played and played.
For 2 days and a night. Oh, I wonder where my uncle sat. And Lord Avon.
There's a staircase here.
Oh, don't go up there.
Why not?
It must lead to the room of the murder. The vicar said they saw on the ceiling... Jim! You can see it even now. The bloodstain.
I believe you're right. What's that?
Someone's coming down the stairs. As I watched, terrified, I saw a figure dimly outlined in the corner upon which the stair opened.
There was a silence in which I could hear my heart thumping. Then when I looked again, the figure was gone, and the low creak was heard again upon the stairs. Jim sprang after it, and I was left half fainting in the moonlight. But not for long. Jim was down again in a minute, and he half led, half carried me out of the house.
Can you stand, Roddy?
Yes, but I'm shaking.
So am I. I never believed such things before. I know better now.
Was it a man, Jim, do you suppose?
No, it was a ghost, all right.
How do you know?
Because I followed it. It turned clean into a wall and disappeared.
Jim.
What?
Listen.
What?
Something's coming up the drive.
Shh, quiet, Roddy. Whatever it is this time, I'll get my arms around it. Oh, gotcha. What the deuce? You're not a ghost anyway. Let go, little big your neck. Uncle! Well, I'm blessed it isn't boy Jim. And Master Rodney, too, as I'm a living sinner. What in the name of wonder are you two doing up here this time of night? We're exploring. Exploring, are you? Well, I don't think either of you were meant to be Captain Cooks by the look of your faces. Why, Jim? What are you afraid of? I'm not afraid, Uncle. Only spirits are new to me. Spirits? We've been inside the house, sir, and we saw the ghost. Oh, so that's the game, is it? Did you have speech with it? I tried to, but it vanished. Yes, well, I've heard there's something of that sort up here. But it's not a thing I'd advise you to meddle with, Jim. And as for young Master Rodney, if his mother saw that white face of his, she'd never let him come to the smithy more. Now, you wait here for me, and I'll see you back to Friar's Oak. Uncle? Well? What brings you to Cliff Royal, anyway? What brings me? Jim, lad, as a man gets on in years, as many a duty turns up that the likes of you have no idea of. So ask me no more. I won't be long.
What did he mean, Jim?
I don't know. And did you see? Huh? He was carrying a bundle.
Bundle? No.
He said he had a duty. Now, what duty could he have that brings him to Cliff Royal at dead of night?
2 years after our adventure at Cliff Royal, a peace was ratified with Napoleon, much to my annoyance, for I still hoped the war would last long enough for me to join in. Other than that, nothing happened, except that I grew another 4 inches, and Jim Harrison shot up lithe and strong like a young tree.
That's a good piece of work, Jim. Yeah, quick and skillful, too.
Oh.
As for the strength of you, why, 2 years ago this was all gristle. Now your muscles are set in.
Oh, you can still beat me at sparring, Uncle.
Aye, but I'd have me work cut out, lad. What's this? More business for us?
Sounds like it. No, not for us. It's the postboy stopping at the Stones.
Oh, I hope there's not a miss. Go over there, Jim. If it's bad news, there may be something we can do to help.
I'll get some of this grime off first.
Right, lad. Hey, you're quite a dandy. Time was when you'd dash across, sir, never caring if you was black as a sweet.
Oh, it's only that even in these small ways, I feel the need to try and better myself.
Aye, lad. That's right and proper. And cleanliness is next to godliness, so the good book says. But make haste, lad. Mrs. Stone may be feeling the need of a friendly word.
Oh, Mother, it's good news. There's nothing to cry about.
I know, it's silly of me. Oh, Roddy, is the banner ready? Where did I put it?
It's in the chest where it always is, and it's been ready for more than a year, ever since we heard that Father might be coming home.
He is coming this time. He does really say so.
It's there, look. Our ships have left the Mediterranean, and I should be with you by the end of 6 weeks.
And 2 of them have gone already while this letter was on its way.
Yes.
Oh, Roddy, there's so much to do.
Steady, Mother. There's plenty of time.
And now there's someone at the door. You see who it is.
Yes, Mother.
I can't go with my eyes red like this.
Oh, hello, Jim. Come in.
Thanks, Roddy. We saw the postboy come, Mrs. Stone. It's not Bad news, I hope.
Oh, no, Jim, only the best I could possibly hear. My husband will be home at the end of the month.
Oh, I'm very glad, Mrs. Stone, and my uncle says if there's anything I
can
do...
Oh, no, Jim, thank you, there's nothing. But tell him how grateful I am for his kindly thought.
Oh.
Roddy, get out the banner. I must have it ironed and ready.
Banner?
It's to welcome home my father.
Oh, well, I'll be going then. May I tell my uncle your good news, Mrs. Stone?
Of course you may, Jim. Oh, it's quite crumpled. And do you think it's long enough?
Well, we've measured it often enough. It goes exactly across the 2 lilac bushes outside.
But they may have grown.
Oh, Mother.
Perhaps we should try it again outside. Let's see now. Bring it here, dear. Good gracious.
What is it?
In that pony and trap.
What?
What a vulgar-looking woman.
She's swaying about on the seat. Can she be ill?
Heaven forgive me if I misjudge her, but I think the unfortunate woman has been drinking.
She stopped at the smithy. Well, who is she? I've never seen her before.
She's surely not the person who's taken the cottage at the end of the village. Rodney, go and find out. Mr. Harrison may know.
Oh, what do we do if she is? Ask her to go away?
Rodney! Then go along. Hurry.
Oh, very well. Jim! Jim!
Hello, Roddy. I thought you were busy with your preparations.
My mother sent me over to ask you who the person is. Talking to your uncle.
Oh, I've no idea. She just stopped here and called my uncle out to her.
She's looking at you. I think she wants to speak to you.
To me? What on earth can she have to say to me?
Jim, come here a minute.
Yes, Uncle. You wanted me, Uncle?
This is Jim, is it?
Yes, Mum.
Oh. I hope you are well, Jim.
Yes, Mum. Very well.
And happy, Jim. There's nothing you crave for.
No, Mum. Thank you. I've everything I need.
That'll do, Jim. Get back to your work, lad.
Yes, Uncle.
What does she want?
I don't know. She just asked me a couple of questions, that's all. Oh, I'd better get on with this.
Jim, stop there a minute. I've something to say to you. Jim, that was Miss Hinton who's come to live at the Maples, out Enstey Crossway. She wants you to go and see her.
To go and see her?
Well, maybe she can help you on a bit. I promise you'll go and see her tomorrow.
Oh, but I don't want her help, Uncle, and I don't want to see her.
Now, Jim, I'll give you my word and you wouldn't want to make me out a liar. She only wants to talk to you a bit, for it's a lonely life she leads, poor soul.
What would she want to talk to such as me about?
Why, as to that, I can't say. But she seemed mighty set on it. She said Master Rodney could go with you if you liked.
Well, all right, I'll go. If you'll come too, Roddy.
Of course I will.
Well, she'll be glad to see you both. It's not much company she has these days.
Had you known her before, Uncle?
Oh, aye, on and off. Though many years ago.
What did you mean when you said she might better my fortune?
I've told you all I can tell you, Jim, so that's enough. And now we've got work to do. Blow up the fire, lad. It's nigh on dead.
Right, Uncle.
It was a good 4 miles of a walk to Anstey Cross. But when we reached it, you could not hope to see a more cosy little house, all honeysuckle and creepers, with a wooden porch and lattice windows. A cross-looking woman opened the door to us.
Miss Hinton is expecting us, Mum.
Is she so? Then I'm afraid she can't see you.
But she asked us to come. I'm Jim Harrison.
I can't help who you are. I tell you, she can't see you.
We've come a long way. Well, maybe you just tell her we're here.
Tell her? How am I to tell her when she couldn't as much as hear a pistol in her ears? Here, step inside if you don't believe me.
Thank you, Mum.
Thank you.
Now, tell her yourself, if you've a mind to.
She threw open a door as she spoke. The sound of dreadful swine-like breathing fell upon our ears, and there, in a reclining chair at the further end of the room, we caught a glimpse of a figure all humped together, huge and shapeless, with tails of black hair hanging down. It was but a glance, and then we were off hot-foot for home. Jim was silent for a long while, but when I glanced at his face to see how he took it, he was looking quite white and ill.
You're not to tell anyone, Roddy. I shall say she was ill.
My mother said she was drunk when she called at the smithy.
Was she? I never marked it. I know she had kind eyes and a kind heart. I saw one in the other when she looked at me. Oh, maybe it's the want of a friend that's driven her to this.
But this was not to be our last memory of Miss Hinton. Before the week was out, a message came that Jim and I were to go up to the house again.
There's no sign of them yet, Ellen. Oh, you don't think they mean to disappoint me, do you?
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me, Mum. What else can you expect from a couple of country louts?
It's only just after 3, and it is a 3-mile walk. Have we provided enough to eat, do you think?
Oh, a platoon of soldiers wouldn't go hungry with this lot. I'll tell you this, Mum. If they don't come, you and me will be eating cakes and buttered muffins every meal for a week. And you better go easy on the brandy, Mum. I don't want you on my hands again today. Yesterday was bad enough.
No, it's only to steady my nerves, Ellen.
Oh, you've steadied them twice already. Still, you must do as you please, I suppose. I can always tell them you can't see them.
Oh, no, Ellen, no. I'll put it away. They've come! Oh, Ellen, let them in, quickly.
Very well, Mum.
Perhaps if I had just a little nip. No, I mustn't.
Your visitors, Mum.
Good day to you, Miss Hinton.
Oh, Jim. It is indeed good of you to come and see a lonely old woman. Thank you for coming.
When am I to serve tea, Mum?
Later, Ellen, later.
Oh, very well.
Ellen is rather cross, I'm afraid, but she looks after me very well, and sometimes I fear I am a trial to her. Won't you tell me the name of your friend?
This is Rodney Stone, Mum.
You are very welcome, Rodney, if I may call you so.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Thank you. Now, come and sit down, both of you. Jim, sit here by me.
Oh, thank you, Mum.
You must let me know you and know you well. Your uncle and aunt are old acquaintances of mine.
You've known them long, Mum?
Oh, for many years, Jim. I held you in my arms when you were a child, although you don't remember me. How old are you now?
18.
Yes. Yes, it would be about 18 years ago. Oh, see how my hands are twitching. Your coming has excited me, and any excitement makes me nervous. Look round at my books and pictures while I take a little of my medicine.
Thank you. Oh, look at this. Over here, Jim. See?
Well, don't you think I have some pretty things?
Oh, yes, indeed, ma'am. I wish my mother had as pretty.
And which do you think is the prettiest of all?
Oh, that picture, ma'am, of the beautiful young girl.
Oh, you like that best, do you? I'm glad of that.
Who is she, ma'am?
It says underneath, walk up and read it.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. Miss Polly Hinton as Peggy in The Country Wife, played for her benefit at the Haymarket Theatre, September the 18th, 1782.
Well, now, don't you know who it is? Why, where are your eyes?
It's not you, Ma'am.
Of course it is. I was Miss Polly Hinton of the Haymarket Theatre.
You were a play actress, ma'am?
Oh, don't say it in that tone of voice, as if a play actress weren't as good as anybody else. Oh, Jim, I wish you had been in the theatre that night. The Prince himself and 4 dukes in the boxes and all the wits and macaronis in London rising at me from the pit. Why, if Lord Avon hadn't given me a cast in his carriage, I should never have got all my flowers back to my lodgings. And now 2 country lads are sitting in judgment on me. Is that how you've been brought up, Jim? To think evil of what you don't understand?
I'm sorry, Mum. I didn't mean to hurt you. And I'm sorry I didn't know at first that was you in the picture.
I don't blame you for that, Jim. We grow old and we change. Not always for the better. But have you never seen a play?
No.
Nor you, Rodney?
No, ma'am. Though my mother's told me how she used to like them.
Well, I'm not in voice. And it's ill to play in a little room with but 2 for an audience, but I'll do my best. Now sit over there.
Are you going to act for us, ma'am?
Just a speech, my dear, from one of the parts I used to play. Now you must imagine me to be the queen of the Peruvians, captured by Pizarro, the Spanish leader, and awaiting death in the presence of her conquerors. Yes, a guard! I call them too. And soon I know they'll lead me to my death. But think not, Pizarro. The fury of thy flashing eyes shall awe me for a moment. Nor think that woman's anger or the feelings of an injured heart prompted me to this design. No! Had I been only influenced so, thus...
And straightway that coarse, swollen woman became a queen. The grandest, haughtiest queen that you could dream of. And she turned upon us with such words of fire, such lightning eyes, that she held us spellbound. And I asked nothing more than to run out of the cottage there and then and die in the cause of my country. Then in an instant she changed. She was a poor woman now who had lost her only child and was bewailing it. Her voice was full of tears, and what she said was so simple, so true, that we both seemed to see the dead babe stretched there on the carpet before us.
Fiend-like arts by which this hypocrite first undermined the virtue of a guileless heart. How even in the pious sanctuary wherein I dwelt, by corruption and fraud, he practised upon those in whom I most confided, till my distempered fancy led me, step by step, into the abyss of guilt. How did you like that, then?
It was wonderful, Miss Hinton.
Aye, that was my way, in the days when Sarah Siddons would turn green at the name of Polly Hinton.
And you play no longer, Mum?
No, Jim, no. I left the boards when I was weary of them. And all this talking makes one dry. I think I must have my medicine again.
Please, don't.
What?
It's brandy, isn't it?
Am I to have none, Jim?
You were so glorious just now. Don't make yourself like...
Like you saw me the first time. I've taken it for so long, but... All right. There, Jim. Will that satisfy you? It's so long since anyone cared whether I drank or not.
You're too good and kind for that.
Good. Good. Well, I love that you should think me so. But if you want to keep me from the brandy, Jim, you must do something for me in return.
What can I do?
Swear you'll come and see me, rain or shine, blow or snow, twice a week, that I may see you and speak to you.
Of course I'll come, whatever happens.
And you'll help me fight the other, Jim. It'll be hard for me.
I'll help in every way I can.
Oh.
If I keep these muffins any longer, they'll be like leather. And here's the tea.
Thank you, Ellen. Draw up chairs, both of you.
Thank you, Miss Hinton.
And you must eat everything up, or Ellen swears she'll feed me on it till it's gone, and that would be worse for me than the other. Come along now. Let me see you start.
Thank you.
Rodney, can't you see it yet?
No, Mother.
I was sure I heard the sound of horses.
Wait a minute. Yes, there's a post-chaise coming round the corner. It's going to stop here.
Yes, it is. Oh, Rodney, it must be your father.
Mary!
It is Father!
Oh, Anson!
Oh, Father!
Anson!
Mary, my love. My dear love.
Oh, Anson. Roddy, dear, here's your father.
Oh, welcome home, Father.
Why, Rodney, lad, you were but a child when we last met, and now, bless my heart, you're in need of a razor. Oh, I'm right glad to see you, dear lad. And as for you, sweetheart...
Anson, all the folk are looking at us. Come inside.
I'll bring the luggage.
Anson,
Yeah?
you're limping.
Oh, it's nothing, lass. Only the bone of my leg. I got it broke in the bay, but the surgeon spliced it together, though it's a bit of a crank yet. Bless me if you haven't turned from pink to white. Why, you can see for yourself. It's nothing.
Father.
Sit you down, Anson, here in your old armchair.
Well. It's the same as ever. And here are my two loved ones. Good luck, I say, to the carronade that sent me into so snug a harbour without fear of sailing orders.
And here's your pipe, Anson.
Ah!
Let me see you sitting and smoking it as you did in the old days.
Thank you, my love. Well, Roddy, you're getting a man now.
Father.
I suppose you'll go afloat soon, like the rest of us.
Yes.
And leave me without a son as well as a husband?
Ah, well, there's time enough for that yet, my dear. And they're more inclined to empty berths than fill them now the peace has come. But you've had a deal of schooling, so I hear, Roddy.
Oh, quite enough, Father.
We must see what all your learning's done for you. Do you think you could tot up the amount of my prize money?
Prize money?
I have a tidy bit to come. Oh. And it's all in your lap, Mary, my love.
Oh, thank God.
Have things been hard for you?
A little.
It shall all be made up to you, lass. By George. When this leg of mine's sound, we'll all bear down to Brighton for a spell. And if there's a smarter frock than yours on the Stein, may I never tread poop again. And as for you, Roddy, Lord Nelson has promised me a vacancy.
Oh, Father!
And he'll be as good as his word, although it may not come for a few months yet.
Anson, I hope you'll not be angry with me.
How could I, my love?
I've done something unbeknown to you about Roddy.
About me?
Yes. I wrote to my brother, Sir Charles Tregellis. I told him Roddy was growing a man now, but thinking since Charles has no wife or child of his own, he might be disposed to help him.
We need none of his help, Mary. Roddy has his sea chest and kit. He needs no more.
But Charles has power and influence in London. He could make Roddy known to all the great people. Let me read you his letter.
Very well.
My dear Sister Mary, in answer to your letter, let me assure you I am by no means wanting in those finer feelings which are the chief adornments of humanity. I am most interested in what you tell me of my nephew Rodney, and as I shall be visiting the Prince at Brighton next week, I shall break my journey at Friar's Oak for the purpose of seeing you both. At the present moment I lie abed, having stayed late at the Marchioness of Dover's ball last night, and this is read to my dictation by Ambrose, my valet. I am ever, dear Sister Mary, your brother, Charles Tregellis. Anson, what do you think of that?
I think it's the letter of a fop. And we can very well do without him.
You'll think better of him when you know him, Anson.
Well, we'll wait and see what he has to say. If he can do aught for Roddy, well, I won't stand in his way.
When does your uncle come, Roddy?
Oh, this week. Any day now. Oh, Jim, if he should take me to London with him to meet the great people. I'd be sorry to leave you, Jim, but...
Oh, don't be sorry for that. I'd do it if I had your chance. I find it bitter enough here at times.
You've got your trade, Jim.
Oh, my trade. I forge a shoe, I clip it, I caulk it, I knock 5 holes in it, and when it's finished, I do it all over again. Do you think that's all I was born into the world for?
Why don't you join the Navy with me, Jim?
Oh, listen, Roddy. I met a poor sailor at the inn here once. His back was cut into red diamonds from the boatswain's whip. That's not for me. I was born to be my own master, and there's only one place I can hope to be so.
Where do you mean, Jim?
London. Miss Hinton's told me all about it, till I feel I could find my way through it from end to end. I know where the playhouses are, where the king's house is, and the prince's, and the place where the fighting men live.
But Jim!
I could make my name known in London.
But how?
Never mind how. But I could do it, and I will too. One of these days, I'll go and seek my fortune there. And when I come back to Friar's Oak, it'll be in such a style as that fine gentleman yonder.
Jim, it must be my uncle. He stopped his curricle outside our door.
Permit me to compliment you, my dear Mary. The country air has used you wondrous well.
Oh,
I should be proud to be seen with my pretty sister in the Mall.
it's a pleasure to welcome you here, Charles. You remember Anson?
I'm your servant, sir.
Sir?
Only last week I had the pleasure of dining with Lord St. Vincent, and I may tell you your name is not forgotten at the Admiralty.
Sir?
Ah, and this, I take it, is my nephew.
Yes, this is Rodney. Your Uncle Charles, Rodney.
How do you do, sir?
Yes, I find him very passable, Mary, very passable indeed. Yes, I think he may do very well. And he's dressed more like a Christian.
Your pardon, Sir Charles.
Yes, Ambrose, what is it?
Shall I take this to your bedroom?
Ah, yes, do so, Ambrose. Would you show him where I'm to sleep, Mary? Place it safely, Ambrose, whatever you do.
Will you come this way, please?
Have you something of value in there, sir?
Oh, beyond all price, my dear Lieutenant. That is my batterie de toilette. I never let it out of my sight. I shall never forget the agonies I once suffered through doing so. I was compelled to wear the same ruffles on 2 consecutive occasions. A pinch of snuff, sir.
Oh, thank you.
You number yourself among an illustrious company, Lieutenant, by dipping your finger and thumb into my box. Only 4... outside ourselves have had access to it. The Prince, of course, Mr. Pitt, the Prime Minister, the French Ambassador, and Lord Hawksley, though I've sometimes thought I was premature with Lord Hawksley.
You draw your line high, sir.
I do. I wish no better epitaph on my tombstone. A woman has her love to bestow, a man his snuff-box. Neither should be lightly offered. Ambrose, go and bring in the lunch basket.
Yes, Sir Charles.
Forgive my apparent grossness, Mary, in bringing my own larder with me.
Of course, of course.
But Abernethy has me under his orders, and a little white wine and the wing of a partridge are all he'll allow me. I felt they might be difficult to obtain in a little place like this.
But this isn't your first visit to Friar's Oak, is it, sir?
No, nephew. But it's my first for 17 years. I last stayed at Cliff Royal with the unfortunate Lord Avon on the occasion when he was accused of murdering his younger brother, Captain Barrington.
Is it quite certain he did it, Charles?
I don't know, Mary. He was my closest friend, and I would have said he was incapable of such a crime, but sometimes I think it was his pride which drove him to do it. Pride turned to madness that we should have lost such sums in his house. You heard that the money we'd all lost was returned to us?
No, I knew nothing of that. I knew, of course, that you'd been playing cards for 3 days and lost.
All of us lost, to Captain Barrington. Lord Avon, Sir Lothian Hume, and myself, but Lord Avon more than any. When at length we had no more to lose, we went to bed. I was restless and sleepless. I went over the play of the cards again and again in my mind, when suddenly I heard a cry, and then a second louder one, coming from the direction of Captain Barrington's room. Then steps in the corridor. I opened the door of my room and looked out. Lord Avon was walking away from his brother's room, a heavy bag in his hand that chinked as he walked.
The money?
Yes, nephew, as it transpired. The money. Next morning, I awoke to find him standing by my bed. "Charles," he said, "I can't bear to think you should have lost money in my house. You'll find it all returned upon this table." I protested that since I'd lost, I must be permitted to pay, but he would hear none of it.
And did Sir Lothian receive his money back as well?
So he told me when we met at breakfast. We were discussing the matter and eager to see Captain Barrington when I happened to glance up at the ceiling and...
What, Charles?
There was a great crimson stain upon it.
Oh.
We rushed upstairs to Barrington's room and found him lying dead with his throat cut. Lord Avon's hunting knife was beside him. A lace ruffle was clenched in his hand. It was Lord Avon's. Papers were found charred in the grate. They were Lord Avon's too. You asked me if I was certain he did it, Mary. I wish to God I could believe there was a doubt.
Lord Avon fled, I understand, before he could be taken.
Yes. Where, heaven knows. Sir Lothian Hume is next of kin, but until they can prove Lord Avon dead, he can touch neither the title nor the estate.
No wonder it's such a horrible house. I've always hated the sight of it.
17 years have gone by, Mary. By now, perhaps even that ghastly ceiling...
It still has the stain, sir. I've seen it. Jim and I explored there once, and we saw the ghost as well.
The ghost?
It's reputed to be haunted, Charles.
Jim tried to follow it, but it vanished through a wall.
What part of the wall?
Oh.
What part?
Ambrose, what the devil do you mean, coming in suddenly like that?
Oh, I beg your pardon, Sir Charles. I came in to ask if you had any further orders for me, and I'm afraid I was somewhat carried away by what the young gentleman was saying. You'll forgive me, I'm sure, when you remember in what relation I stood to Lord Avon.
We must make allowances for him, Mary. He was valet to Lord Avon before he came to me, and he was, I know, devoted to his master. But let us talk of more cheerful things. You, nephew, I understand, would like to see a little of the world.
Oh, more than anything, sir.
Then you shall. I go to Brighton tomorrow to visit the Prince. You shall come with me and be presented to him.
Presented to the Prince?
Well, don't be too excited, nephew. He's only a man like other men, though somewhat greater in bulk than most. Then I return to London for a season there, Contentia.
Oh, if you would be so good, sir.
I shall look forward to your company. And now, Mary, if you'll forgive me, I'll retire to my room. I'm somewhat ravaged by your Sussex roads and need a lavender bath to restore me. I'll be with you again within 2 hours.
Tomorrow? And there's all his things to be packed and ready. Anson, come and help me.
Oh, in a minute, lass. In a minute. Well, Roddy, lad.
Oh, Father.
It's a great chance for you. A greater one than I can give you. Make the most of it.
Oh, I've looked at that road so often, and the coaches on it.
And tomorrow you'll be driving along it yourself, behind as fine a pair of horses as any in the country.
First to Brighton, and then to London.
That was part one of Rodney Stone by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, with Sean Arnold as Rodney Stone, Stuart Organ as Jim, Henry Stamper as Champ Harrison, Charlotte Mitchell as Mrs. Harrison, and John Rye as Sir Charles. Anson Stone was played by Peter Woodthorpe in place of Michael Spice, who was indisposed. Jill Borken played Miss Hinton, Jean Trent, Mrs. Stone, and Michael Bilton, Ambrose. The part of Sir Frederick was played by James Carey, Gypsy Lee by James Bryce, and Gypsy Woman and Ellen by Hilda Schroeder. The director was David Johnston. Rodney Stone by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, dramatised for radio in 4 parts by Constance Cox, with Sean Arnold as Rodney Stone, Stuart Organ, Henry Stamper, Charlotte Mitchell, and John Rye. Rodney Stone, Part 2.
Next morning was all hustle and excitement in preparation for my entry into the great world. My mother packed and repacked my little trunk again and again.
This brown coat of yours is still as good as new, and so is the blue one.
Yes.
So if there's time, Roddy, when you're not meeting great people, you can wear them and save your better things.
Of course.
But only, of course, when you're quite alone. You must always do your uncle credit. There. The trunk's ready to be closed, I think.
I'll do it for you, Mother.
And Roddy, dear...
Yes, Mother?
You won't learn to look down on us, will you, when you're out in the great fashionable world?
Of course I shan't. I won't go at all if it grieves you.
Oh, no, my dear, you must go. You'll never get such a chance again. But one thing, Roddy, you must promise me. Not to gamble. You heard last night the dreadful things that can come of it.
I promise, truly.
And remember not to cast your winter underclothing until June is in.
Oh, Mother.
And take care how you cross the London streets, for I hear the hackney coaches are past all imagining.
Now, Mary, that's enough. The boy will be in a maze trying to remember all your injunctions. Here's 20 guineas for you, Roddy.
Oh.
I wish it were more, but it's all I can spare till my prize money comes.
Oh, I don't want half so much, Father.
Take it, lad. You must have a trifle to spend. I won't be beholden to your uncle for everything.
Thank you, Father. I won't ask you for more.
Put on your travelling coat now.
Yes.
Let your uncle see you looking all spruce and ship-shape. Good morning, Sir Charles.
Good morning, Lieutenant. Good morning, Mary.
You slept well, I trust, Charles.
Like an infant, Mary. A country air must agree with me. Well, nephew, what do you think of the prospect of coming to town with me?
Oh, I thank you, sir, for the kind interest you've taken me.
But you must be a credit to me. Me nephew must be of the best, if he's to be in keeping with the rest of him.
You'll find him a chip of good wood, sir.
We must make him a polished chip before we've done with him. It's not a question of wealth, you understand. Mere riches cannot do it. Golden Price has 40,000 a year, but his clothes are disastrous. I saw him coming down St. James's Street the other day, and I was so shocked at his appearance that I had to step into Verney's for a glass of brandy. No, it's a question of natural taste, and following the advice and example of those who are more experienced than yourself.
I fear, Charles, that Roddy's wardrobe is country-made.
We shall soon set that right when we get to town. We must keep him quiet until he has some clothes to wear.
That's his best suit, Charles.
Oh, my dear Mary, those clothes are very well for Friar's Oak, but they might seem a little countrified in the Mall. However, leave him in my hands, and I shall see to the matter.
On how much, sir, can a young man dress in town?
Oh, with prudence and reasonable care, a young man of fashion can dress upon 800 a year.
800? Oh, handsome.
I fear, Sir Charles, that Roddy must keep his country clothes, even with my prize money.
No, the matter's my concern, Lieutenant. If me nephew comes with me, me nephew is my care. I already owe Weston something over 1,000, so how could a few odd hundreds affect it? No, the point is settled, and I must refuse to argue about it. By the way, now that I'm in Friar's Oak, there is another small piece of business I have to perform. I believe there is a fighting man here named Harrison. I should like to have a word with him.
Oh, he keeps the smithy, sir, a little way down the street.
Then perhaps you'd show me the place, nephew.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back anon, Mary, to say goodbye.
How proud I was to walk down the street with my magnificent uncle. I could see out of the corner of my eye how the folk came to the doors and windows to see us pass. Champion Harrison was standing outside the smithy, and he pulled off his cap when he saw my uncle.
Good morning, dear Harrison.
Hey? But Sir Charles Tregellis. God bless me, sir. Who'd have thought of seeing you here?
Well, I'm off in a moment. Nephew, go and tell him to bring the caracal round, will you?
Yes, sir.
You have not changed, Harrison. You look as fit as ever.
Well, my trade keeps me fit, sir.
Yes. With a week's training, I'd say you'd be as good as you were before. What's your scale now?
1310, Sir Charles. I'm in me 40th year, but I'm sound in wind and limb. If my old woman let me off me promise, I'd have better try with some of these young ones before now. I hear there's been some good stuff coming along.
Yeah. What's that you're saying, Jack?
Good morning, Mrs. Harrison. I don't suppose you remember me.
Oh, I remember you too well, Sir Charles Tregellis. And if you've come here to draw my husband back to his old ways, you'll be disappointed.
That's the way it is with her, sir. She's not a patron of sport, and that's a fact.
Sport? A fine sport for you, no doubt, Sir Charles, with your pleasant drive into the country, your luncheon basket and your wines, and so merrily back to London in the cool of the evening. But did you ever think of the sport it was to me, waiting through the day alone for my man to come back to me,
Sometimes he could walk in, sometimes he was led in, and sometimes he was carried in, and it was only by his clothes I could know him.
Oh, nay, wife, I was never as bad as that.
I understand your feelings, Mrs. Harrison.
No, sir, you don't. You never could. But I've got his promise that he'll never sling his hat into the ring again without my leave. And he's keeping his hat on his head, like an honest, God-fearing man. Good day, Sir Charles.
Well, I'm sorry she feels like that, Harrison. I had a good thing to put your way.
What was that, sir?
I've made a match with Sir Lothian Hume that I'll produce a man under 20 or over 35 to meet his man, Crab Wilson, in a couple of months.
Wilson? Oh, I don't know him, sir.
Well, he's a youngster, but he's good. Still, if you can't, you can't.
Your caracle's ready, sir.
Thank you, nephew. Look, Harrison, I'm giving a little supper to the fancy of the Wagon and Horses in London next Friday.
Sir?
I'll be very glad if you'd make one of me guests.
I should be delighted.
Uncle, what do you want me to do with this?
Hello? Who's this?
Oh, this is my nephew, Jim, sir. His parents are dead, and he's been with me since, well, he was as high as my hammer.
He's a fine-looking lad. Bring him with you to London. Now, your uncle's coming to a supper I'm giving to the boxing fraternity next Friday. Would you care to make one of us?
Oh, yes, sir, I would.
No, Jim, no.
But, Uncle...
I'm sorry to gainsay you, lad, but there are reasons why I'd rather you stayed down here with your aunt.
Oh, let the boy come, Harrison.
No, sir. It's dangerous company for a lad of his mettle. There's plenty for him to do while I'm away.
As you will. Well, we must be leaving now, nephew. Good day, dear Harrison.
Good day to you, Sir Charles.
Are you bound for London now, Roddy?
No, to Brighton first to meet the Prince. Then we go to London afterwards.
Oh, you'll be at this supper my uncle wouldn't let me go to. If only I could meet those people, I might have a chance to get away from here.
Jim. I must go, Jim. Goodbye. I'll see you again when I return.
You may see me before that, Roddy. Sooner than you think.
The curricle with its tandem mares was waiting for us outside the cottage. Ambrose had placed the refection basket and the precious batterie de toilette inside of it, and himself climbed up behind. Then I myself, after a hearty handshake from my father and a last sobbing embrace from my mother, took my place beside my uncle in the front. And with a snap, a crack, and a jingle away, we went upon our journey. All the village was out to see me go off with my grand relative from London to call upon the Prince in his own palace. The Harrisons were waving to me from the smithy, and John Cummings from the steps of the inn. I saw Joshua Allen, my old schoolmaster, pointing me out to people as if he were showing what came from his teaching. And to make it complete, who should drive past just as we cleared the village but Miss Hinton, the play actress? But she herself was a changed woman. And I thought to myself that if boy Jim had done nothing but that one thing, he need not think his youth had been wasted in the country.
Now that you're entering society, nephew, you will, of course, have much to learn. Your education, I understand, has been such as you could get at a village school.
Oh, it taught me a good deal, sir. I know a fair amount of Latin and some Greek.
Ah, no doubt, nephew, no doubt. But learning of the pedant type will be of little use to you, I fear. You'll find it better to suggest that you've forgotten a great deal.
Oh, that shouldn't be difficult, sir.
Oh, you laugh, my dear boy. But I assure you, these are serious matters. Do you by any chance have any, eccentricity?
No, sir, I don't think so.
Ah, it's a pity. Eccentricity is very much the mode at present. Even some small characteristics, such as having an apricot tart on your sideboard all the year round, or putting a candle out at night by stuffing it under your pillow would serve.
Oh, do people really do such things, sir?
I assure you they do.
But you don't yourself, sir.
No, but in my own case, it's my precise judgment in matters of dress that's placed me where I am. I don't follow a law. I set one. However, to yourself, your mother tells me you sing and play the violin.
Yes, sir, a little.
Good. Those things will be of service to you with the Prince. Music runs in his family. You must remember to mention it.
It seems extraordinary to me, sir, that with a war at our very shores, people can trouble about such things.
Don't despise the world you hope to enter, nephew. That'll get you nowhere. What place is this we're entering?
The village of Patcham, sir, just outside Brighton.
Ah, we'll stop at the hotel for a few moments to make ourselves presentable. Then I'll take you to the pavilion. Ambrose, be ready with the batterie de toilette. Ambrose, do you hear me?
He's not there, sir.
Not there? Whoa there! Where the deuce has he gone? Did you see him alight?
No.
He must have fallen off in a fit. I'd drive back to look for him, but the prince is expecting me. Remind me, nephew, to send a message back along the road for him.
Yes, sir.
This is a most distressing thing. I wouldn't lose Ambrose for the world. On, the beauties!
Tom never from his word departed, his virtues were so rare. His
As my uncle and I were admitted to the prince's private apartment in the royal pavilion, I saw 3 people in the room. A monstrously fat man, a rough-looking middle-aged fellow, and a very pretty woman. But it was the singer at the piano who fixed my gaze, for I knew this must be the Prince of Wales. The sight of him put me at my ease, for he was a merry-looking man, handsome, too, in a portly way, but his cheeks were rather pale and sodden, like those of a man who lived too well and took too little exercise.
For Tom is gone
Oh, that was delightful, sir.
You are never in better voice, sir.
Thank you, Letty. Thank you, Fox. It is a new piano, the very latest, of course.
Paid for, sir?
It would be, if your damn commons would settle me debts. Why, Tregellis, I've been expecting you.
Your Royal Highness.
But who's this you've brought with you, eh?
My sister's son, sir, Rodney Stone.
Your Royal Highness.
He's coming with me to London, and I thought it right to begin by presenting him to your Royal Highness.
Yes, quite right, quite right. I'm glad to see you, Mr. Stone. Is your mother living?
Yes, sir.
Then be a good son to her, keep out of debt, and uphold the glorious British Constitution, and you can't go wrong. You'll take wine with us, Tregellis.
No, sir, thank you. Me diet.
Diet, eh? You and I should go on a diet, Fox. We're both getting monstrous stout. But what's this I hear, Tregellis, of a wager between you and Sir Lothian Hugh?
Oh, only a matter of a couple of thousand, sir. He fancies this new man, Crab Wilson, and I'm to find a man to beat him.
Well, you ask Charlie Fox's advice, then. Who have we got, Charlie, to beat Crab Wilson?
Caleb Baldwin. He held his own with Isaac Bateson.
Rubbish. He's not up to Wilson's standard. How about young Dutch Sam or Bill Richmond?
Richmond? No, lad. A cold, bleak wind, and any black'll get his shivers. No, your best bet, to hear this, would be Jack Harrison.
Yes, I thought of that too, but his wife won't let him. But talking of fighting men, I hope, sir, you're coming to the supper I'm giving to the Fancy next Friday.
The Prince can't come. You know that, Tregellis, but you may reserve a seat for the Earl of Chester.
Oh! We shall be proud to see the Earl of Chester there, sir. And now I must leave you. I've lost the best valet in England today, and I must make inquiries for him.
Just a minute. Just a minute, Tregellis. Those your horses out there?
Yes, me 2 new mares.
Pretty, but not fast, though.
On the contrary, Lady Lade. They'd race anything in England.
Those? Damn me. They're only half thoroughbred. You should see my new team of blacks. There's blood for you.
Yes, I have seen them. They're quite good horses for the Sussex roads, but too heavy for me. I like to travel.
Travel? Why, you and I'd start for London with our swingle boards touching, and we'd have our dinner ordered, cooked and eaten before you saw Croydon.
Yes, Letty's right. We'll prove it to you. Do you start for London tomorrow?
Yes.
All right. I'll spring my 4 in hand from the castle square at 9:15. You follow on the hour.
I'll double the horses and double the weight, but if you so much as see me before we cross Westminster Bridge, I'll pay you a cool 100. Is it a match?
Certainly.
Oh, excellent.
No, I shall be sorry to take your money. I'll see you tomorrow at 9:15.
Right.
Your Royal Highness, thank you for receiving me nephew so kindly.
Oh, we shall have Sir John.
Who was that, sir, who made the wager with you?
Sir John Lade, one of the richest men in England.
But he looks like a coachman.
That's his eccentricity. His wife, Letty, once was a highwayman's mistress.
Another eccentricity?
Ah! Upon me word, nephew, you improve our acquaintance.
And do you really mean to race him, sir, from Brighton to London?
I do, and he drives like the wind. You shall have such a ride tomorrow, nephew, as you've never had in your life before.
Quite a crowd had gathered in the square to see us set off next morning, for Sir John Lade and my uncle were two of the most famous whips in the country. Our two bonny bay mares gleamed like shot silk in the sunshine as they drew abreast of Sir John's 4 splendid coal-black horses waiting for the start.
Morning, Charlie. Hope you put some ginger in your cattle.
Good morning, Jack. Your servant, Lady Lade. It's a fine day for a bit of waggoning.
Now remember the terms of our wager, Charlie. 100 you don't see us before Westminster with a quarter of an hour's start.
I'll take another 100 we pass you.
Done.
Have your money ready.
I'll have your dinner ordered for you.
Time's up. I'm off.
He can drive, Uncle.
There's not a professional coachman on the road to touch him. Oh, see how he takes the corner out of the square.
Do you think you can beat him, sir?
I must. I can't afford to be beaten. Now, nephew.
Sir.
You must remember to keep your weight as far forward as possible.
Yes.
Oh, and here's a purse of shillings. Throw them down at every turnpike so that we shan't be forced to stop.
Oh.
Don't look so downcast, nephew. We shall catch 'em. Sir John's horses are good, honest creatures, but not flyers like these. How goes the time?
10 minutes too.
Not long now.
But those few minutes seemed the longest of my life as I sat on my seat fidgeting with impatience, while my uncle seemed as tranquil as the most unconcerned spectator. He was keenly on the alert, however, for it seemed to me that the stroke of the clock and the thong of his whip fell together. And away we flew on our 50-mile journey. Never had I known such a ride before. We were out of Brighton before I had time to recover my breath from our start, and we flashed through Friar's Oak and across St. John's Common without catching more than a glimpse of the cottage which contained all that I loved best. Never had I travelled at such a pace, or felt such a sense of exhilaration, as from the sight of those two glorious horses stretched to their utmost, with the roar of their hooves and the rattle of our wheels, as the light curricle bounded and swayed behind them.
It's 4 long miles uphill from here to Hand Cross. I must ease him a little. Stand up, nephew, and see if you can catch a glimpse of him.
No, sir. There's not a sign of them.
If he's springing his horses up all these hills, they'll be spent before they see Reigate. Keep your weight well forward, nephew. Easy, me beauties, easy. You will have racing enough before this day's over.
We took the hills at a quiet trot, but even so we made the carriers walking in the shadow of their huge canvas-covered wagons stare at us in amazement. Close to Hand Cross, we passed the Royal Brighton stage, which had left at 7:30, dragging heavily up the slope, its passengers toiling along in the dust behind. They gave us a cheer as we whirled by. At Hand Cross, we caught a glimpse of the old landlord hurrying out with his gin and gingerbread. But the dip of the ground was downward now, and away we flew as fast as 8 gallant hooves could take us.
You drive, nephew.
A little, sir.
I must teach you one day. Well, perhaps you may be learning something from me now.
Oh, enough, sir, to convince me I shall never drive like you.
By 11 o'clock we were racing over Crawley Down and into the broad main street of Crawley, flying between 2 country wagons as if they were standing still. With every turn I peered ahead looking for our opponents, but there was no sign of them. Then, quite suddenly, I saw a cloud of dust before us.
Uncle, look! You've won your bet, sir.
Half of it. Now we must pass them. Show them your mettle, me beauties.
The The mares were now beginning to show signs of exhaustion. Their breath came thick and hoarse, and their coats were matted with moisture. At the top of the hill, however, they settled down into their stride again. But as we topped the brow, there was no sign of the red four in hand.
Where the devil have they got to?
There they are, sir, on that side road.
The road to Godstone. That means you've got the deuce of a hill to go down. Oh, you'll see some fun now, nephew, and I'm much mistaken.
Even as he spoke, I saw the four in hand disappear as suddenly and abruptly as if it had bumped down the first 3 steps of some gigantic stair. An instant later, we had reached the same spot, and I rose high in my seat as the curricle dropped. There was the road beneath us, steep and narrow, winding in long curves into the valley.
Ah, thought so. If he doesn't break, why should I? Now, my darlings, one good spurt and we'll show him the colour of our tailboard.
We shot over the brow and flew madly down the hill, with the great red coach roaring and thundering before us. We could hear the crack of Sir John's whip and the shrill voice of Lady Lade as she screamed to the horses. My uncle was very quiet, but when I glanced at him, I saw that his lips were set and his eyes shining, with just a little flush on each pale cheek. There was no need to urge on the mares, for they were already flying at a pace which could neither be stopped nor controlled. Our leader's head came abreast of the off-hind wheel, then of the off-front one, and then with a spurt the bay leader was neck to neck with the black wheeler, and our fore-wheel within an inch of their hind one.
Ban 'em, Jack! Ban 'em! Don't let him pass!
Look out, Tregellis! There's a spill coming for somebody!
We were abreast of them now, the rumps of the horses exactly in line and the four wheels spinning together. Then, as we came out of the dust, my uncle whistled in his teeth. 200 yards or so ahead, there was a bridge with wooden posts on either side. The road narrowed down at that point, so that it was obvious that 2 carriages abreast could not get over. One must give way to the other. Already our wheels were abreast of their wheelers.
I lead! You must pull 'em, Lade!
Not I!
No, by God! Ban 'em, Jack! Ban 'em!
It seemed to me that we were all going to eternity together.
Get back, Tregellis! You haven't a chance!
Then my uncle did the only thing that could have saved us. He sprang up and lashed right and left at the mares, who hurled themselves on in a frenzy. Down we thundered together, all shouting at the tops of our voices, but still we were drawing steadily away, and we were almost clear of the leaders when we flew onto the bridge. I glanced back at the coach and saw Lady Lade throw herself forward and tug with both hands at the offside rein.
Jam 'em, Jack! Jam the devils before they pass!
Had she done it an instant before, we should have crashed against the woodwork and been hurled into the deep gully below. As it was not the powerful haunch of the black leader that caught our wheel, but the forequarter, which had not weight enough to turn us from our course. I saw a red, wet seam gape suddenly through the black hair, and next instant we were flying alone down the road, whilst the four in hand had halted, and Sir John and his lady were down in the road together, tending to the wounded horse.
Easy now, my beauties, easy!
They've stopped, sir. We've beaten them. I thought they were going to have us off the road.
Yes, Sir John shall hear from me about that tonight. I never thought he could be guilty of such a trick.
Oh, it was the lady, sir. She pulled the reins.
Oh, it was little Letty, was it? Well, it's only messages of another sort that I send to a lady, so we'll forget about it. Well, nephew, you've seen something of my mode of life. How do you like it?
Oh, it's exciting, sir.
I'll show you another aspect of it later. Now we'll stop at Croydon to feed and water the horses. We'll get the house in Jermyn Street in under 5 hours from Brighton Old Square.
My uncle's house in Jermyn Street was quite a small one, 5 rooms and an attic. A man-cook and a cottage, he said, are all that a wise man requires. On the other hand, it was furnished with that neatness and taste which belonged to his character. Even the attic, which had been converted into my bedroom, was the most perfect little bijou attic that could possibly be imagined. Beautiful and valuable knickknacks filled every corner of every apartment, and the house had become a perfect miniature museum which would have delighted a virtuoso. On our arrival, we found a note from Ambrose waiting for us, which, increased rather than explained the mystery of his disappearance.
Quite honestly, this is beyond my comprehension.
What does he say, sir?
Well, very little to the purpose. My dear Sir Charles Tregellis, it will ever be a subject of regret to me that the force of circumstances should have compelled me to leave your service in so abrupt a fashion. But something occurred during our journey from Friar's Oak to Brighton which left me without any possible alternative. Can you recall any unusual circumstance, Neville?
Nothing at all, sir. Does he say anything more?
Well, merely that he trusts his absence will be but a temporary one. Oh, well, I suppose I must fill his place as best I can. But how on earth could something have occurred to make him leave me at a time when we were going full trot downhill and mechanical? However, we have other matters to think about. We must send to Weston, nephew, and have you fitted up.
Well, can't we go to the tailor, sir?
Certainly not. It is not for a gentleman to go to a shop, but for the shop to come to the gentleman. Until you have some suitable clothes, I'm afraid you must remain indoors.
My dearest mother, I wish it were possible for me to tell you how good my uncle has been to me. On our arrival in London, he took me to his tailor, and now I have more clothes than I can possibly wear. Oh, Anson, and his own weren't nearly worn out.
You want him to be a credit to your brother, don't you, lass? What else does he say?
Tonight we go to a supper he is giving to all the famous boxers in England. Mr. Harrison will be there, so I shall hear the news of you both. Remember me to Jim, and my fondest love to you, Mother, and my dear father. Your loving son, Rodney.
Gentlemen! Silence, if you please.
Pass us the victuals here, Jim.
Hold your tongue, Joper. Sir Charles is speaking.
First, I would like to say, on behalf of all of us, how honoured we are that His Royal Highness has graced us with his presence.
That's enough. Shut up.
You all got it down on me for something.
We are here tonight, not only to celebrate the past glories of the prize ring, but to arrange some sport for the future. Sir Lothian Hume and myself have made a match, the details of which I will ask him to give you. Sir Lothian.
Thank you, Sir Charles. The terms, Your Royal Highness and gentlemen, are briefly these. My man, Crab Wilson of Gloucester, never having fought a prize fight, is prepared to meet on May the 18th any man of any weight who may be selected by Sir Charles Tregellis. Sir Charles's selection is limited to men below 20 or over 35 years of age. The stakes are £2,000 against 1,000. 200 to be paid by the winner to his man. Play or pay. That complies with our arrangement, I believe, Sir Charles?
Oh, entirely.
Have you anything to say, Wilson?
If you please, Sir Lothian, I should like to know who I'll be fighting with.
Have you named your man, Sir Charles?
No.
Have you found one yet?
I shall name my man on the morning of the fight. I had that right within the terms of our wager.
It's play or pay, remember?
Yes, I've not forgotten. Well, gentlemen, that is our business concluded. His Royal Highness gives you permission to smoke if you wish.
Mr. Harrison.
How are you, Master Rodney? I saw you sitting with the great folks, but didn't venture to speak to you.
What's the news of Friar's Oak, Mr. Harrison?
Well, I saw your father yesterday, and he tells me he may be coming to London.
My father?
Aye. The war is likely to break out again, he says, and he has to see Lord Nelson about a ship.
Oh.
Your mother's well, I'm glad to say. I saw her in church on Sunday.
And Jim?
Jim. Well, he set his heart on coming tonight, and I had to deny him. I fear there's a shadow between us, Master Rodney. It's the first time that ever was.
Harrison.
Sir.
Not change your mind about fighting for me, eh?
I wish I could, Sir Charles. But you heard my old woman. Mind you, I should have thought there was stuff enough here in this room to choose from.
All outside the age limit, I'm afraid. And Sir Lothian means to make me pay if I forfeit.
Fighters? You'd make very good ladies' maids, most of you. But you took the wrong turning when you came into the
Sounds like trouble over there, Sir Charles.
Hold your tongue, Burke, so you you'll be sorry.
Sir Charles!
What's happening, Jackson? I think we're going to have trouble with Joe Burks. He's been drinking gin all evening out of a mug. You know what a terror he is when he's drunk.
Give him a bite over the mouth.
Put him outside, he's
Joe Burks! I saved the young man the trouble of breaking your neck if His Royal Highness wasn't in this room.
I ain't done nothing wrong. I've always been known as a gentleman. But when a man tells me I ain't in fighting trim...
And I'll say it again, Joe Burks.
Let me get at him. I'll Jim Belcher him. I'll make mincemeat out of him. Leave me alone.
I beg your pardon, Sir Charles.
What is it, landlord?
I was asked to give you this letter, sir.
Letter? Gentlemen, please. I have something here which I think will interest you. There's a stranger below who desires to fight to the finish with the best man in the room.
No one has sent such a challenge to us.
Is that what you want, Sir Charles?
Does he seem genuine, landlord?
I'd say he means what he says, Sir Charles. Well, I'm no judge of a man.
Your Royal Highness, have I your permission to have a mill, sir?
By all means, Tregellis. Let him be brought up.
Fetch him in, landlord. Now, which one of you is he to fight?
I'll take him on, Sir Charles.
I've been waiting for a turn all evening. Leave him to me if you want to see how a calf's head should be dressed.
The young man, sir.
Master Rodney, do you see who it is? It's boy Jim.
By God, it was Jim. But a Jim I'd never seen before. His country clothes were shed, and he was fashionably dressed, and bore himself with an air of confidence. Before Harrison or I could speak, Joe Burks accosted him.
So, you're the one who wants a fight with the best man in the room, are you? Well, if I don't glut you within 5 minutes, may I never see Berkshire again.
Stop! Sir Charles, this is my nephew, Jim. He's no right to be here at all, let alone issuing a challenge.
I know what I'm doing, Uncle.
No, lad, you don't. Now get out of here, boy, and go home.
The matter has gone rather far, Harrison. A challenge has been issued and taken.
Sir Charles is right, Harrison. It ought to go on.
Your Royal Highness, the boy isn't mine. I have a duty to him.
Now, surely you're too good a sportsman to prevent this lad showing whether he takes after his uncle.
Don't stand in the boy's way, Jack.
You've had your day,
Let the boy have his
You don't understand, any of you. Oh, look, gentlemen, I never thought to stand up in the ring again, but I'll take on Joe Burks instead, to give a bit of pleasure to the company.
No, let the boy fight if he wants
Now, give the youngster a chance,
It
Jack.
must be so, Uncle. I'm sorry to go against your wishes, but I've made up my mind. This is my chance, and I must take it.
Is it settled, Harrison?
Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing, Sir Charles. But I've said all I can and he won't listen.
Well done, young man.
Clear the place. Give him room.
Now, Jim, boy, for the Lord's sake, remember your distances. Don't try and close with a man who could give you a couple of stone.
Right. Who am I fighting, then?
Oh, I'm Joe Burks, I am. But you're going to need a friend to swear to you before I finish.
Sir Charles, you're surely not going to set me to fight a drunken man. Where's Jim Belcher?
My name, young man.
I'd be glad to try you if you'd let me.
Sorry, lad, but you'll have to work up to me. You don't take a ladder in one jump.
But I can...
Show yourself a match for me, and I'll give you a turn. Meanwhile, I wish you luck. Look lively there. Move those tables back. Clear a space.
Jim! Roddy! Didn't I tell you you'd be seeing me before long?
But how did you get here, Jim? And those clothes?
It was Miss Hinton. I told her of my ambitions and she helped me. She's been the best friend I ever had.
Come along, lad. Make ready.
Good luck, Jim.
Oh, thanks, Roddy.
Harrison.
Yes, Sir Charles.
Jim Belcher and Bill Richmond have offered to stand seconds for your nephew, unless you'd prefer to make one yourself.
I would, Sir Charles, if you please. I know Jim's ways, and I can advise him better than a stranger. But I'll be glad to have Jim Belcher, since he's willing.
Jackson, will you keep the time and referee?
Certainly, Sir Charles.
Half minutes between rounds, I suppose. A knockdown to constitute a round.
Right.
And I'll umpire if Sir Lothian Hume will do the same.
By all means.
Who are Joe Burke's seconds?
Dutch Sam and Mendoza are standing for him, Sir Charles.
Good. Tell Belcher to give the youngster all the help he can. I fear he's going to need it.
By now, a makeshift ring had been made from a coil of rope, and under the direction of Jackson, 4 men were stationed to hold it. Sponges, towels, and brandy in a bladder were passed over the heads of the crowd for the use of the seconds.
I trust, Your Highness, they provided a ringside seat for you.
I can stand with the rest, Tregellis. By Jove, I haven't had a night like this for years. Hang me if I wouldn't take him on myself if my position were different. Hello, here he is. Dash me if he doesn't strip well.
Too lightweight by half for Burke, sir.
You think so, lad?
I do, sir, yes.
I lay 3-1 against him.
Take you in hundreds.
Done!
Come on, Burks. Our man's ready. Are you coming, or must we fetch you?
I'm here and ready.
Now that I saw Burks stripped, I was by no means so sure of Jim's victory. Burks looked enormously strong and stood with his small, bloodshot eyes fixed viciously on Jim like a fierce hound straining at the leash, his great bare hands clenched and unclenched in anticipation of a kill.
You're making a mistake, Tregellis. No country bumpkin is going to knock out a man with Burke's record.
I'm not so sure, Sir Lothian.
Will you stake 200 to 6 on it?
Certainly. If you can pay me.
I can pay you well enough. I reckon to be Lord Avon before the month is out.
Lord Avon?
My agent in Montevideo tells me he has almost certain news of Avon's death.
Time!
I watched with bated breath as the two men shook hands, drew back, and for an instant eyed each other, circling slowly.
Go on, Birksey. Eat him up.
Come on, youngster. Let's see your mettle.
Then Burks, ducking his head, rushed in and bore Jim down into his corner. It was a slip-down rather than a knockdown, but I could see a thin trickle of blood oozing from Jim's mouth.
Keep you on the move, boy. Don't try closing with him or he'll kill you. Your uncle's right, lad. Burks is out of training, and he wants to make short work of it. Keep him moving and stay out of his reach. Right.
Time!
When Jim came out for the second round, it was plain he meant to keep well out of the way of Burke's murderous reach. But Burks was artful as well as violent. Gradually, he worked Jim back into an angle of the ropes from which there was no escape, then sprang upon him like a tiger. I saw Jim make a quick stoop under the swinging arms, and at the same instant I heard a sharp, ringing smack. And there was Jim dancing about the middle of the ring, and Burks lying on his side on the floor, a hand to his eye.
Where's your country bumpkin now, Sir Lothian? Still offering 3-1 on Burks?
I am.
I'll take you in hundreds.
It's the old stagers for me. The boy's got a pretty style and he covers his points well. But it isn't the best looking who wins.
Time!
They were both on the mark in an instant. Jim as full of confidence as ever, and Burks with the most vicious gleam in the only eye that was of use to him. His huge, hairy chest was rising and falling with a quick, loud panting like a spent hound.
Get your wind, Joe! Get your wind!
Go in, boy! Bustle him and he's yours!
Drop! When he hits, Joe! Drop and have a rest!
But Burks was a gallant ruffian who disdained to go down while his legs would sustain him. He propped off Jim with his long arm, and though Jim sprang lightly round him looking for an opening, he was held off as if a bar of iron was between them.
Get your left to his mark, boy! Then go to his head with your right!
Jim heard and acted on the instant. His left and right came in quick succession and with stunning force. Burks received their full impact. He reeled, flung up his arms, spun round, and fell in a huge, fleshy heap to the floor.
Come on, Burksy! Wake up! Make a fight of it, man! The fool! Is he going to lose me £600?
A little precipitate, weren't you, Sir Lothian?
Bring him round, Dutch! For heaven's sake, bring him round!
Time! Harrison wins! Bravo, youngster!
Best fight for a 12-month.
Joe Burks knocked out cold!
Even Belcher never did it so soon.
Well done, young man, well done. To beat Joe Burks in 3 rounds, it's unheard of. Thank you, sir. And now, Tregellis, the Earl of Chester must be leaving. A business of state, you know. But what a mill, Charles! By Jove, what a mill!
Jim, you won! You won!
I told you, Roddy, I'd make my name known in London. This may do for a start.
Jim. More than a start, I fancy. I have to find a man to fight Crab Wilson in a month's time. Would you care to be that man?
Sir Charles.
Let him speak for himself, Harrison. Well?
Yes, Sir Charles, I would. It's just what I want. A chance of fighting my way upwards.
There are heavy stakes on the event. Very heavy stakes. But you'll receive £200 if you win. Does that satisfy you?
I shall fight for the honour, Sir Charles, and because I hope eventually to be thought worthy of being matched against Jem Belcher.
You're going the right way about it, lad. But you had a soft thing tonight, though, with a drunken man out of condition.
Oh, I didn't want to fight him.
I know you didn't. But when you fight Wilson, you'll be fighting the most promising man from the West. He's as quick and as long in the reach as you are. And he'll train himself to the last ounce. I'll tell you this now, because I'm to have charge of you.
Charge of me?
Belcher has consented to train you if you're willing.
Aye.
Oh, there's no one I'd rather have. Unless my uncle...
No, lad. Jem Belcher knows more about training than I do. Where would the quarters be, sir?
I thought it might be handy for you if we fixed them at the George at Crawley.
Right, sir.
And as I have the choice of place for the fight, I shall choose Crawley Down. Do you agree to that, Jim?
Yes, Sir Charles.
Then you're my man from now on. Your food is mine, your drink is mine, your sleep is mine, and all you've got to do is just what you're told.
And we haven't an hour to lose either. Wilson's been on half training this month back.
Jim's fit enough to fight for his life at his present moment, Sir Charles. But we'll both come down to Crawley tomorrow.
Good night, then, Harrison.
Good night, sir.
I'll leave the boy with you, Jem.
Yes, Sir Charles. Good night.
Roddy, you'll come down and see me at my training quarters, won't you?
Of course I will, Jim, and I'll cheer you at the fight.
Nephew!
Oh, coming, Uncle. Good night, Jim. Good night, Mr. Harrison.
Master Rodney.
Good night.
Good night.
I'm sorry to keep you waiting, sir.
Nephew.
Yes, sir?
I feel it my duty to warn you to be a little more careful.
In what way, sir?
In forming your friendships. Jim Harrison's no doubt a most respectable young fellow, but I would remind you that he is only a blacksmith's apprentice and a candidate for the prize ring. He's therefore a most unsuitable acquaintance for you.
But he's my oldest friend, sir.
That may be. But there's a vast gap between his position and that of my own blood relation. When you meet him next, let him see that you're his superior.
Oh, I couldn't do that, sir. I'm sorry, but I wouldn't change Jim's friendship for that of anybody else in the world.
Indeed. I trust, Neville, you will think fit to reconsider that statement. That is, if you're to remain with me.
Boy Jim went down to the George at Crawley to train for his great fight with Crab Wilson of Gloucester, and my uncle, whether through pique at our slight dispute or from other causes, went down with a touch of gout. Although I saw Jim now and then, I was left much alone. It was with great delight, therefore, that one morning I heard a well-loved voice.
Nay, don't announce me. I'll go into him.
Father!
Rodney, lad! Ha! Ah, it's good to see you.
And you, Father.
My, but you look grand indeed, huh? Your uncle's been generous to you, I reckon.
He's been goodness itself to me.
All the same, Roddy, I'd rather see you with the king's blue coat on your back than all these tailor's miracles.
Oh, I'd rather wear it, Father.
It warms my heart to hear you say it, boy. For I've come to London to see Lord Nelson on your behalf.
Has he a vacancy for me, Father?
I've every hope he has. I'm to see him this morning.
Oh, may I come with you?
Well, that depends. I mean, maybe your uncle would like you to stay here.
Oh, if he did want me, it wouldn't be for anything important.
All right. You say that, Roddy, as if you were a little weary of this grand life.
I wouldn't like to live it for always. I think there are better things for a man to do, especially when his country's at war.
I'm right glad to hear you say that, Roddy. Mind you, if you'd wanted to stay with your uncle for good, I wouldn't have said a word. But I'll be happiest of all to see you follow the way of life the Stones have always led.
What about you, Father? If war breaks out again, will you have to go?
And why shouldn't I, lad? This leg of mine is now unwell again, and if I should be given a ship, I ask for nothing better than to spend what years I have to come afloat. Now, is that the time? We'll have to hurry.
A short walk brought us to the Hamiltons' townhouse, which Lord Nelson used as his headquarters when in London. We waited in a large, empty drawing-room, and when at last the door opened, it was not the great Admiral who entered, but a very different person. She was a lady, and as it seemed to me, extremely beautiful, though perhaps one who was more experienced and more critical might have thought her charms lay in the past rather than the present.
Lieutenant Anson Stone?
At your service, Lady Hamilton.
Ah, you know me then?
I've seen your ladyship in Naples.
Oh, then you've doubtless seen my poor Sir William also. My poor Sir William.
I had heard of your ladyship's sad loss.
We died together. What could my life be now, save a living death? But enough of my private sorrow. Lord Nelson bids me say he will be with you in an instant. You've doubtless heard that hostilities are about to reopen.
We heard the news last night, your ladyship.
Lord Nelson is under orders to take command of the Mediterranean fleet. Well, you can imagine how at such a moment Oh, but is that not his lordship's step I hear?
Lieutenant Stone, I'm very glad to see you.
Sir!
London's full of Mediterranean men, and I trust that within a week there'll not be an officer amongst you with his feet on dry land.
I've come to ask you, sir, if you could assist me to a ship.
You shall have one, Stone, if my word goes for anything at the Admiralty.
Sir.
I can't promise you a first rate, but at least it shall be a 64-gun ship. And much may be done with a handy 64-gunner.
Who can doubt it who has heard of the Agamemnon? My dear Lord Nelson, your own exploits in that vessel, well, they must be an example to every seaman who believes that naval battles can only be won on an admiral's flagship.
Oh, come, dear lady. You speak vastly beyond my merits.
Never. I speak of England's greatest sailor, the nation's darling of the seas. Lieutenant Stone, if you sail with him, take care of him, I beg of you. If not for my sake, then for the sake of our country.
I shall do my duty at all times, I hope, your ladyship.
Lieutenant Stone is far more likely to take care of me for his own sake, dear lady, if he is the sensible man I believe him to be. You're an officer after my own heart, Stone. One of the old breed. When could you join?
Tonight, my lord.
That's the true spirit, Stone. I hoist my flag on the Victory on Wednesday, and we sail at once.
No, not so soon. She cannot be ready for sea.
She must, and she shall be ready. By heaven, if the devil stands at the door, I sail on Wednesday. But who's this you brought with you?
This is my son, Rodney, sir. It's his wish as well as mine that he should join the service. So I took the liberty of bringing him along with me.
So, Master Rodney, you wish to come and have your bones broken, do you? Well, you'll have to change that grand coat for a tarry jacket if you wish to serve with me, sir.
Oh, I'd be glad to do so, sir, whenever you can find a place for me.
Good. I see you've the right stuff in you. But don't imagine it's an easy service you've chosen. When you fight for your country, not for money or glory.
That's all I ask to do, my lord.
He's your son, Stone. I shall be glad to have him.
When shall I be wanted, sir?
Oh, not so fast. Not so fast. We have to find a vacancy for you first. But it'll not be long, I promise you. Do you go back to the country, Lieutenant?
I do, sir. My son stays on in London.
Then take these bags with you. And you too, boy. You may have a while to wait before you join a ship.
Oh, what's in them, sir? They feel like bullets.
No, it's something a sailor needs even more. Look and see.
Acorns?
Whenever I take a country walk, I plant them. Do you know, Lieutenant, how many oaks go to make an 80-gun ship?
No, sir.
2,000, no less. For every ship that carries the white ensign, there's a grove less in England. Tell that to your children when they come to be your age, young man.
I will, sir. And after what you've told me, I think if I ever have a ship, I'd like to call her the Acorn.
That would be a grateful thought, Mr. Stone. Now, what is it? I said I was not to be disturbed.
Your lordship told me to rush these to you if they should come, sir.
By heavens! It's my orders!
Oh, no, not so soon. They cannot have come so soon. I cannot bear it.
Dear lady, dear lady, some smelling salt, salve latterly. Hurry, fellow, hurry,
yes, your
hurry.
lordship.
No, my dear lady.
At this moment, my father thought it discreet to twitch my sleeve as a signal that we should steal from the room. There we left the Admiral beside himself with pity for this shallow and most artificial woman. The following day, my uncle's gout still being troublesome, I took the opportunity of visiting Jim at his training quarters at Crawley.
All right, Jim. That's enough for today. Give yourself a good toweling down now. Get some clothes on. We don't want you catching cold.
Well, Roddy, how am I doing?
Oh, you look fit enough to beat anything.
Oh, so long as I beat Crab Wilson.
You'll do that easily.
It was good of you to come and see me, Roddy.
Good? Why, we're friends, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not so sure we ought to be now. What does your uncle say about it?
I knew you first, and I'm old enough to choose my own friends.
Ah, I thought he wouldn't like it. But I won't ever make you ashamed of me, Roddy. There are men in the prize ring who can go anywhere. Did you know John Gully's a member of Parliament?
No.
Well, he is. And there's John Jackson. They call him Gentleman Jackson. And there's no one who isn't proud to be in his company. Those are the kind of men I shall take for my example. And now this is the only way I can carve out a future for myself. Well then, I'll do it, so that no one can look down on me. Is that your coach?
Yes, I must be getting back.
You're coming to see the fight?
Oh, you don't think I'd miss that, do you? I'm coming to see you win.
Oh, I hope so. 2 more days, Roddy, and then what will there be for me? Obscurity back at the forge in Friar's Oak, or a place on the first rung of the ladder of fame?
That was the second part of Rodney Stone by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, with Sean Arnold as Rodney Stone, Stuart Organ as Jim, Henry Stamper as Champ Harrison, Charlotte Mitchell as Mrs. Harrison, and John Rye as Sir Charles. Anson Stone was played by Peter Woodthorpe, Mrs. Stone by Jean Trend, Sir John Lade by Adrian Egan, Lady Lade by Frances Jeater, Lord Nelson by Hugh Dixon, Lady Hamilton by Carol Boyd, and Sir Lothian Hume by Nigel Graham. David Sinclair played Jem Belcher, Steve Hodson, Gentleman Jackson, Roger Hammond, the Prince of Wales, Ronald Baddeley, Charles Fox and Crab Wilson, and Colin Starkey, Young Dutch Sam. Joe Burks was played by James Bryce, and the landlord by James Carey. The director was David Johnston. Rodney Stone by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, dramatised for radio in 4 parts by Constance Cox, with Sean Arnold as Rodney Stone, Henry Stamper, Charlotte Mitchell and John Rye. Rodney Stone, Part 3.
And now the day of the great fight began to approach. Even the imminent outbreak of war and the renewed threats of Napoleon were secondary things in the eyes of the sportsman, and the sportsman in those days made a large half of the population. In the club of the patrician and the plebeian gin shop, in the coffee house of the merchant or the barrack of the soldier, in London or the provinces, the same question was interesting the whole nation. Every West Country coach brought up word of the fine condition of Crab Wilson, who had returned to his own native air for his training, and was known to be under the immediate care of Captain Barclay, the expert. On the other hand, although my uncle had not yet named his man, there was no doubt amongst the public that Jim was to be his nominee, and the report of his physique and of his performance found him many backers. On the whole, however, the betting was in favour of Wilson, for Bristol and the West Country stood by him to a man, whilst London opinion was divided. 3-2 were to be had on Wilson at any West End club 2 days before the battle. I had twice been down to Crawley to see Jim in his training quarters, where I found him undergoing the severe regimen which was usual. From early dawn until nightfall he was running, jumping, striking a bladder which swung upon a bar, or sparring with his formidable trainer. His eyes shone and his skin glowed with exuberant health, and he was so confident of success that my own misgivings vanished as I watched his gallant bearing and listened to his quiet and cheerful words. The afternoon of the day before the fight found my uncle in the dainty sanctum of his Jermyn Street house. He was clad, I remember, in his flowing brocade dressing gown, as was his custom before he set off for his club, and his foot was extended upon a stool.
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, it's not your fault. Oh, push the boot on hard.
Dr. Abernethy did say, sir, that until your gout is better...
Gout or no gout, I go to Crawley today. Oh, confounded man. Am I expected to miss my own fight tomorrow? Now, put the other boot on.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, it's better, now the moment I stand on it. Abernethy's a fool. Have our things packed and ready. We shall dine first and set out about 7.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, Master Rodney.
Nephew. Did you give me orders at the stables?
Yes, sir. They're sending the curricle round early this evening.
Good. I've reserved beds at the George at Crawley for both of us. I understand the crush will exceed anything ever known.
So I heard yesterday, sir, when I was there.
When you were there? Do I understand you to mean that you've been to Crawley?
Yes, sir.
For what purpose?
To visit Jim at his training quarters.
In spite of what I said to you?
I know you'd like me to give up my friendship with Jim, sir, but I'm afraid I must disappoint you.
Oh, well, well. I suppose it's your misfortune not to have come under me influence sooner. We cannot make a silk purse out of a sow's ear, can we? If you'll pardon the somewhat uncomplimentary reference to yourself, nephew.
Freely, sir. I've always been conscious of your kindness to me.
Tell me, nephew, is your friend fulfilling the promise he showed?
Jem Belcher's very pleased with him, sir, and I know Jim will fight until he drops.
What? Till he wins, I hope. I've wagered rather more than I should care to lose on this fight. And I hear Sir Lothian Hume has been betting very heavily on his man.
But I thought he was greatly in debt, sir.
So he is. If he should lose this fight to me, he'll be in very deep waters indeed.
Excuse me, Sir Charles.
Yes.
There's a person here to see you.
Now, you know I never see anybody until me dressing is complete. Tell him to go away.
But he won't, sir. He pushed open the door.
Pushed open the door? Well, why didn't you push him out again?
He's not the sort of person...
Show me in your master, my man, or it'll be the worse for you.
Well, that sounds like War, the prize fighter.
That's right, Sir Charles. 'Tis me, Bill War, landlord of the 3 Tons, and the gamest man on the list, until my flesh caught up with me.
What the deuce do you want, War, charging in this manner?
I've come to tell you something mighty important, Sir Charles. And it's between man and man.
What? Oh, well, you may go, Lorimer.
Oh, yes.
Now, what is it?
'Tis information, Sir Charles. Information as is worth a lot of money.
I see. You want to be paid for what you know.
That's right.
You should know me well enough to know I don't buy things on trust. If your news is of service to me, you shan't be the loser by it.
Oh, well, that's fair enough, Governor. We'll let it stand like that.
But what have you got to say?
Your man, Jim Harrison, fights Crab Wilson of Gloucester at Crawley Down tomorrow.
Yes, I know that.
Well, you're wrong, Master. I don't think he will fight.
What the devil are you saying, War? Nephew, do you know anything of this?
No.
Is he crying off at the last moment?
Oh, wait a minute, Gov. I ain't saying he's got cold feet or he don't want to fight.
Then what?
I'm saying that come tomorrow, Jim Harrison won't be fighting because he won't be able to.
What? But you must have some reason for saying such a thing. Oh, for God's sake, man, come to the point.
You remember Joe Burke, sir, as your man knocked out at the Wagon and Horses?
Yes, of course.
Well, he come into my pub last night with 3 of the biggest rogues in London. There was Red Ike, as was warned off the ring, and Fighting Yusuf, as would sell his mother for a 7-shilling bit. And
get on with your story.
Well, they'd had just about as much as they could carry, so I showed them into the parlour, not wanting to lose my licence through any trouble.
Yes.
But they was laughing, fit to kill themselves, so, well, I guess there was something in the wind. Especially when I heard Red Ike was ready to put up a fiver, that there'd never be a fight at all.
Did you hear anything definite?
In a minute, Gov, in a minute.
Oh.
Well, I gives them what they ordered, and then I slips out into the private bar and puts me ear to the shutter. I could hear what they said, plain as if I was sitting at their table.
Yes, go on.
That's poor pay for the chance of a rope, says Red Ike. Rope be hanged, says Yusuf. If 2 of you hold him down, I'll break his arm with me cudgel. We'll have earned our money, and we don't risk more than 6 months' jug.
Break his arm?
Quiet, Rodney. When will they leave for Crawley?
Oh, well, they never said for certain. But I heard Ike say that so long as they reached the George afore it closed, they could work it.
Well, it's now after 3. We've every chance to beat them. Rodney,
sir,
send Lorimer round to the stables. I want the curricle at once.
Yes, Uncle.
You heard no names mentioned?
Well, they didn't mention Jim Harrison's name, sir. But if you want any proof it's him they meant, I can tell you the betting against him has risen to 10 to 1.
What? It was 3s before. Somebody must be laying heavily against my man.
Well, maybe the party has wants him out of the way, sir.
Yeah.
Lorimer's gone to the stable, sir.
Thank you, nephew. Well, I won't detain you any further, War. You shan't be the loser by this, I promise.
Sir.
Ah.
Oh, just a friendly word of advice, Governor.
Huh?
If I was you, I'd take my pistols with me.
Who could have put them up to this, sir?
Someone who has a great deal of money at stake.
But if Jim can't fight, the match will be null and void.
No. You forget the terms of our wager. Play or pay. If my man doesn't enter the ring at 10 o'clock tomorrow, I pay mistake to my opponent.
You think Sir Lothian has hired these men?
I know he has. He's desperate for money and heavily in debt. If I can prove this is his doing...
The curricle's just coming.
Ah, good. Get me driving things.
There is one hope, sir. Jem Belcher's with him. Well, surely he and Jim would be a match for those four.
Belcher may not always be by his side. They'll wait for a time when he's alone. But let me only find him safe and sound, and I'll never lose sight of him until I see him in the ring. I have a great deal at stake.
So have I, sir.
You?
My friend, sir.
Oh, yes, I'd forgotten. You have an eccentricity after all, nephew. You're a faithful friend, and that's rare enough in our circles.
Your driving thing.
Ah, thank you, Lorimer. Well, it won't be a nightmare drive for you today, nephew. I fear we shall find the roads blocked with traffic long before we reach Crawley. Just let's hope we may still be in time.
My uncle's fears as to our being blocked upon the road were only too well founded. For after we passed Reigate, there was such a procession of every sort of vehicle that I believe for the whole 8 miles there was not a horse whose nose was further than a few feet from the back of the curricle or barouche in front. Every road leading from London had contributed its stream of four-in-hands, gigs and mounted sportsmen, until the whole Brighton highway was choked from ditch to ditch with a laughing, singing, shouting throng, all flowing in the same direction. No man who looked upon that motley crowd could deny that for good or evil, the love of the ring was confined to no class, but was a national peculiarity deeply seated in the English nature. There I saw statesmen and soldiers, noblemen and lawyers, farmers and squires, with roughs of the East End and yokels of the shires, all toiling along with the prospect of a night of discomfort before them, on the chance of seeing a fight which might, for all that they knew, be decided in a single round. A more cheery and hearty set of people could not be imagined, and the chaff flew about as thick as the dust clouds, while at every wayside inn the landlord and the drawers would be out with trays of foam-headed tankards to moisten those importunate throats. At Kimberham Bridge the carriage lamps were all lit, and it was wonderful where the road curved downwards before us to see this writhing serpent with the golden scales crawling before us in the darkness. And then, at last, we saw the huge Crawley elm looming before us in the gloom, and there was the broad village street, with the glimmer of the cottage windows and the high front of the old George Inn, glowing from every door and pane and crevice, in honour of the noble company who were to sleep within that night.
There you are, gentlemen. Bowl of punch for you to drink success to young Jim Harrison here.
Thank you. You're breaking your rule, Jim. I've never seen you take a glass before.
I don't when I'm fighting, Sir John, or when I've got a man in training. I like to set him a good example, but now it's all over.
Not quite, Mr. Belcher, not till tomorrow. And may the best man win.
I ask no better, Mr. Jackson.
Right.
Sir Charles, you're just in time to join us.
We've been expecting you, Tregellis. There's a devilled blade bone ordered.
I was delayed on the road.
What's the latest from London, Sir Charles? What's the meaning of these long odds against your man?
Excuse me, gentlemen. I shall be happy to give you any information in my power a little later. But now I have a matter of some slight importance to decide. Jim, a word with you apart.
Of course, Sir Charles.
How's Jim Harrison?
Jim? Never better, sir. I did him likely in the matter of exercise. Clubs, dumbbells, walking, half an hour with the mufflers. Looks a picture. Fit to fight for a kingdom. He'll do us proud tomorrow, sir. For I'm a Dutchman.
Thank God. Where is he?
I've just gone to his room, sir. I felt he should have a clear 12 hours sleep before fighting.
You noticed nothing wrong?
Wrong? No, sir.
No suspicious characters about?
If there are, I have no chance of getting near him. I haven't left him above 10 minutes myself, and I should be going straight back.
You've set me mind at rest, Jim. Thank you.
But what's amiss with the betting, sir? If I hadn't known he was straight as a line, I'd have thought he was planning a cross and laying against himself.
That's why I hurried down, Jim. I've information there's a plot to cripple him.
Cripple him?
Break his arm, so I heard.
And the rogues are so sure of their success they're prepared to lay anything against his appearing.
Who told you, sir?
Bill Waugh. He came to see me today.
Well, what Bill Waugh says is straight and worth taking notice of.
So I thought.
But I can assure you Jim is safe, sir. Though it might be as well for one or two of us to stand guard on his room tonight.
Could I stay, sir, with Jim?
It seems a pity to wake him since everything is all right.
He'll hardly be asleep yet, sir. All this racket. I'll show you the way.
Come and have a drink with us, Tregellis.
I'll join you in a moment.
Wonder what's up with Tregellis. Looked rattled when he came in.
No, this extraordinary bet is enough to alarm anybody. I can't understand it.
10 to 1, cried Wilson. Who wants 10 to 1?
Just listen to that. It's fantastic. There's something devilish odd going on, mark my word.
This way. This is his room, Sir Charles, and
Good.
mine is next door. Jim, here's Sir Charles Tregellis come to see you. Jim? Jim! Where the devil are you?
Oh, no. It seems we're too late.
That's his cap, sir. Where in the world could he have gone with his head bare? I left him here not 10 minutes ago.
His bed's not even been touched.
The window, it's wide open.
Jim! Jim!
No, it's useless to call him. Those wretches will have done their work only too well.
I might trace him, sir, and find him. I can climb out of the window. Hand me that lamp, Mr. Stone. Thank you, sir. Now, let's have a look.
The landlord and one or two of the Corinthians from the bar parlour had followed us to the back of the house. Someone had opened the side door, and we found ourselves in the kitchen garden, where, clustering upon the gravel path, we were able to hold the lamp over the soft, newly turned earth which lay between us and the window.
See here. There are footmarks here, sir. Look. It's his footmark. He wore his running shoes tonight. You can see the print. Your uncle will never forgive me for this, Mr. Stone, though I took such care of him you'd never believe.
There's another footmark here.
Aye. Your uncle said there were 4 of them.
But this isn't a man's footprint, it's a woman's.
You're right, Mr. Stone. Sir Charles, look at this. A woman's footprint.
Did he know some woman in the village?
No, sir, that he didn't. Yet somebody came here tonight, that's certain.
I think it's plain enough. These villains used a woman as their decoy. She came up here to summon him, and he followed her.
Look, sir, let's divide and search in different directions.
Yes.
Landlord, is there another way out of here?
Well, there's only one path out of the garden, sir, round by the stables.
Mr. Stone, you and I will look down there.
Yes.
Come on.
But my hostler might have seen something, sir.
Your hostler?
Yeah, I'll give him a shout. Bill! Bill! Oh, what can have happened to the lad? Bill!
Me, master.
Come here a minute.
Yes?
How long you been by the stables?
Well, I've been in and out of them this hour back. Hey, look, we can't pack in another horse, master. Stables are bone full, and I can't hardly give them their feeds, because if they was to thicken out ever so
Yes,
little...
never mind that. Have you seen anyone pass down here to the lane?
Oh, yes. There was a fellow loitering about some time ago. He was walking all round the inn and peeping in at the windows.
Did you see his face?
Not proper, Governor. I turned the stable lantern on him, but he ducked. I could only swear to his red head.
What? Does that mean anything to you, sir?
Yes. What became of this man?
Well, he slouched off, sir, and that was the last I saw of him.
You saw nothing else? You didn't, for example, see a man and a woman pass down the lane together?
No, sir.
Nor see or hear anything unusual?
No, sir. Well, that's to say I didn't see anything, but there was something I heard.
What?
It was a kind of cry, sir, out yonder, as if somebody was hurt. And then I heard somebody driving very fast down the road to London. I remember thinking how strange it was that anyone should be driving away from Crawley on a great night like this.
Sir Charles! Sir Charles! We found this.
A cudgel?
It was in the lane, sir. And there are some wheel marks where a vehicle's been driven away.
Waugh said they had a weapon.
It has blood on it, sir.
Yes. I fear, Jem, there'll be no fight tomorrow.
All through that weary night, my uncle and I, with Belcher and Craven, and a dozen of the Corinthians searched the countryside for some trace of our missing man. But save for that ill-boding splash upon the road, not the slightest clue could be obtained as to what had befallen him. No one had seen or heard anything of him, and the single cry in the night of which the ostler told us was the only indication of the tragedy which had taken place. In small parties we scoured the country, and the sun had been long over the horizon before we found ourselves back at Crawley once more with heavy hearts and tired feet. My uncle, who had driven to Reigate in the hope of gaining some intelligence, did not return until past 7 o'clock, and a glance at his face gave us the same black news which he gathered from ours. We held a council around our dismal breakfast table, to which Mr. Craven was invited as a man of sound wisdom and large experience in matters of sport. Belcher was half frenzied by this sudden ending of all the pains which he had taken in the training, and could only rave out threats at Berks and his companions with terrible menaces as to what he would do when he met them. My uncle sat grave and thoughtful, eating nothing, and drumming his fingers upon the table, while my heart was heavy within me, and I could have sunk my face into my hands and burst into tears as I thought how powerless I was to aid my friend.
I wish we'd eat some breakfast, Uncle.
Is it likely in the circumstance?
Let's see. The fight's at 10, isn't it?
It was to have been, Craven.
I dare say it will be.
Oh, never say die, Tregellis. Your man still has an hour in which to come back.
Those wretches will have done their work too well for that, I fear.
If only they'd let me take his place, sir. Even with one arm strapped behind me.
No, that's out of the question, Jem. You're the wrong age and weight.
But it was all my fault.
I'm afraid that'll hardly weigh with Sir Lothian Hume.
You don't think they could have killed Jim, do you, sir?
No, nephew, I don't. They wouldn't risk a murder charge. They'll simply have done him sufficient injury to prevent him from fighting.
It's this woman business I can't understand.
Well, she brought some hard luck story, I dare say, such as a gallant young man could scarcely refuse to listen to, and he fell into the trap.
He'd hardly be likely to go off with a stranger on the night before his big chance.
Ah, she may not have been a stranger. You know him well, nephew. Do you know of any young woman who has an influence over him?
No, there was nobody.
Well, it seems we get no further. We've searched everywhere, and there's no trace of him.
But I should advise you to go to the ringside, nevertheless. You should hold on to the last moment in the hope of his turning up.
Oh, I mean to. And I shall also protest against paying the wager under such circumstances.
It was play or pay, you know. I think the decision would go against you.
Listen to that.
What did he say?
It's the betting. Listen.
Even money, Harrison. Even money. Sir Charles is man.
Even money on my man?
There's somebody knows something, sir. And we've got a right to know what it is. Landlord! Landlord! Coming, sir! Yeah, what's this about the change of the betting? Have you heard anything?
Oh, well, it's him, sir. Him as has done it.
Who?
That fella, sir, that lies dead drunk in the passage.
What?
Who?
Through
here, sir.
I'm going to have a look at this.
'He drove in at 6 o'clock this morning, sir. Started laying any amount of money on your man, Sir Charles. He brought the price right down.
Do you know who he is?
He's a stranger to me, sir. All I know is he's been pouring brandy down like water ever since he arrived.
I think I know him, Uncle. It's John Cummings of the Friar's Oak Inn.
What the deuce could he know about it?
Nothing, probably. He's backing young Jim because he knows him. Because he's more brandy than sense, that's all.
He was as sober as a judge when he drove in this morning, sir.
Mr. Cummings! Mr. Cummings, wake up! Come on!
Save your efforts, nephew. That man's out for the rest of the day.
Are we ready to start?
How much time have I left, Craven?
45. No, 40 minutes.
40 minutes. Well, I suppose it's time we thought of going up to the Downs. Jem, would you be so good as to ask them to bring the carricle round?
Sir Charles, if there was only something I could do.
There's nothing, Jem. I wish there were.
Now, what do you want, Mendoza?
I'm to give the office, Mr. Craven. I was to tell Sir Charles the site is down the Grinstead Road, half a mile to the left.
Thank you.
You haven't got your man with you, Sir Charles?
What's that to you, Mendoza?
It's a good deal to all of us, Jam. There's some funny stories going about.
Then keep them to yourself,
Or you may wish you'd never heard him.
All right, Jem, no offence. Your breakfast don't seem to have agreed with you this morning. You know the way then, Sir Charles?
Yes, thank you.
I'll get your curricle, Sir Charles.
I'm to be referee, Sir Charles, and Jackson is timekeeper. May I say, I hope all goes well with you, Tregellis.
Thank you, Craven. Well, nephew, how do I look? I hope nothing in my appearance betrays the fact that I'm about to lose a considerable, I might even say an enormous sum.
You look the same as always, sir.
I'm glad of that. If this is to be my last kick, it shall at least be with a well-polished boot.
Will it be very bad for you, sir?
If I'm so foolish as to gamble, I must take the consequences. Did your mother ever warn you against gambling, nephew?
She made me promise never to.
She was wise. And if by any miraculous chance I should come out of this, I shall forswear it. Boxing's a great and noble sport, nephew, but like the turf, it's ruined and degraded by the blackguards that infest it. Oh, by the watch, we have a little over half an hour. I think a glass of brandy before I go. Is that mechanical?
I'll see. No, sir. I think it's Sir Lothian Hume's.
What? He dares to come here after hiring his ruffians to cripple my man?
We've no proof that he did, sir.
I know Sir Lothian, and I know his circumstances. If I have a horsewhip here,
Good morning, Sir Charles. I saw your curricle outside and stopped. If you'd care to, we might drive to the Grand together. Where's your man, by the way?
I might ask you that question, Sir Lothian. Where is my man?
What do you mean by asking me such a question?
Because I have reason to believe you know where he is.
If you'd kindly express yourself a little more clearly, there might be some possibility of me understanding you.
There's been a conspiracy to maim or kidnap my man, and I've reason to believe it was your doing.
I see. Your man hasn't come on as well as you hoped in his training, so you're inventing this excuse to evade your wager.
How dare you!
But you should have invented a more probable one, or at least one which would have had less serious consequences.
Sir, you're a liar. How great a liar no one knows but yourself.
It hardly becomes our position to quarrel like two yokels at a fair. We shall go into this matter afterwards.
I promise you, we shall.
Meantime, I hold you to the terms of your wager. Unless you produce your man by 10 o'clock, I claim the match.
I have my duty to do. Are they in here? But, officer, surely you can blink an eye. People have come for miles.
Are you two gentlemen, Sir Charles Tregellis and Sir Lothian Hume?
Yes.
I am the magistrate in this county, gentlemen, and I have information that a boxing match is to be held on Crawley Down this morning.
That is so.
Now, you know very well, sir, that such a thing is illegal.
Well, who cares about that? It's done all the time.
I care about it, sir. It may be done all the time in other counties, but I'm determined it shall not take place on any ground over which I have jurisdiction.
I presume you have a warrant, sir?
Yes, sir, I have a warrant.
Then I have a legal right to inspect it.
Oh, by all means, sir.
This seems to be correct, Sir Charles.
It is entirely correct. And to prevent waste of your valuable time, gentlemen, I may say once and for all that no fight shall, under any circumstances, be brought off in this county. I am prepared to follow you all day in order to prevent it.
Just as you hoped, Sir Charles. Might I venture to inquire whether you had a hand in this?
Is there no other place we could go to?
7 miles to the Hampshire border and 2 into Surrey.
If I might venture to suggest it, gentlemen, make for the Hampshire line. Sir James Ford, on the Surrey border, has as great an objection to such assemblies as I have. Mr. Merridew of Hampshire, however, has fewer scruples upon the point.
We're very much obliged to you, sir. Sir Charles, Sir Lothian, you agree to the change of site?
Of course.
By all means.
The fight, then, gentlemen, will begin at 12 o'clock to allow time for the journey and set up the ring.
I'll go ahead and tell him.
Your man is here, Sir Lothian.
And me 4 in hand outside. Are you coming, Sir Charles?
In a moment, Sir Lothian.
Are we to go ahead as if all were well, Sir Charles?
Of course. What else? Go and help them, Jim.
I'll do that, sir.
Come on. You had a chance to be off this way to Tregellis, or at least to gain time. Why didn't you take it?
Would you have done that, Craven?
I'd have been sorely tempted. You take it like a man, Tregellis. I honour you.
Can Jim come now, do you think, nephew?
I don't know, sir. I only know Jim wouldn't have let you down like this for all the world if he could have helped it.
I hope not. 2 hours to go. I think before we start, I'll take another brandy.
With heavy hearts, we started towards the Hampshire border, close upon 9 o'clock. And by that time, my uncle's curricle was almost the only vehicle left in the village street. The night before, the vehicles had lain with their wheels interlocking, as thick as they could fit, from the old church to the Crawley Elm, spanning the road 5 deep for a good half-mile in length. Now the grey village street lay before us, almost deserted save by a few women and children. Men, horses, carriages, all were gone. My uncle drew on his driving gloves and arranged his costume with punctilious neatness. But I observed that he glanced up and down the road with a haggard and yet expectant eye before he took his seat. I sat behind with Belcher, while Craven took the place beside him. The road from Crawley curves gently upwards to the heather-clad plateau which extends for many miles in every direction. Strings of pedestrians, most of them so weary and dust-covered that it was evident that they had walked the 30 miles from London during the night, were plodding along by the sides of the road or trailing over the long mottled slopes of the moorland. Suddenly we heard a sound like the waves upon a beach, long before we came in sight of that mighty multitude, and then, at last, on a sudden dip of the road, we saw it lying before us, a whirlpool of humanity, with an open vortex in the centre. All round, the thousands of carriages and horses were dotted over the moor, and the slopes were gay with tents and booths. A spot had been chosen for the ring, where a great basin had been hollowed out in the ground, so that all round that natural amphitheatre, a crowd of 30,000 people could see very well what was going on in the centre. We had no sooner crossed the border into Hampshire than the magistrate who had prevented the contest to Crawley galloped up beside our curricle.
Sir, forgive me, but a thought has just occurred to me. My jurisdiction ends at that ditch yonder.
So?
To save you a further journey, sir, I fancy you could hardly wish for a better place for a mill than that sloping field yonder. I'm quite sure no one will interfere with you there.
What's going on, Tregellis?
This gentleman suggests the place for the fight could be that field yonder.
Ah, it's certainly suitable, and the slope provides a good view for all. I take it you agree, Tregellis?
Yes.
I'll speak to Sir Lothian.
I trust I've been of assistance, sir. I must say I'm very anxious to see the fight myself.
Does this mean they'll put the fight back to its original time, sir?
I fear it does, nephew.
Oh.
We have a little over half an hour left.
Word of the new site had spread like a forest fire. At the bottom of the slope, the ring was being set up. White wooden posts, each with the PC of the pugilistic club printed upon it, were so fixed as to leave a square of 24 feet within the roped enclosure, while outside this ring an outer one was pitched, 8 feet separating the two. This last was for privileged individuals of whom, through being in my uncle's company, I was one. Standing up on our curricle, we could see the cavalcade approaching over the downs. In front came a huge yellow barouche, in which sat Sir Lothian Hume, Crab Wilson and Captain Barclay, his trainer. The postilions were flying canary yellow ribbons from their caps, those being the colours under which Wilson was to fight. Behind the carriage there rode 100 or more noblemen and gentlemen of the West Country. And then a line of gigs, tilburys and carriages wound away down the Grinstead Road as far as our eyes could follow it.
The ring is ready, Tregellis.
Thank you, Craven.
It's my duty to tell you that barely 5 minutes remain to you.
I'm aware of it, thank you. Nephew, we'd better go to the ringside.
I should warn you, too, that the crowd looks like getting unpleasant. Some of them look ugly. There's a rumour going round that you mean to be off the match.
If an announcement has to be made, I shall do it. sign of him, Jim?
No, sir. I think it's all up with us.
It is Crab Wilson!
There's Solodian's man. He looks good, I must say.
The young West Countryman had just emerged from his dressing tent. He was nude to the waist, with a pair of white calico drawers, white silk stockings, and running shoes. Round his middle was the canary-coloured sash, and ribbons of the same colour fluttered from his knees. He carried a high white hat in his hand, and running down the lane which had been kept open through the crowd to allow persons to reach the ring, he threw the hat high into the air so that it fell within the staked enclosure. Then, with a double spring, he cleared the outer and inner line of rope and stood with his arms folded in the centre.
Well, what do you think of me man?
He's quite admirable, Sir Lothian. He deserves a better patron.
I've one score already to settle with you, Sir Charles. I shall remember that when we come to square our accounts. 10 o'clock. Time's up. The match is forfeit.
Time is not up, Sir Lothian. There are still 30 seconds to go.
Where's your man, Sir
George? We've been done. It's a cross.
15 seconds.
I was watching Mr. Craven's hand come creeping up to announce the expiry of the time, when suddenly an old black hat spun over the heads of the crowd and landed in the ring, and I could see someone struggling to push through the sea of bodies.
Uncle, look, he's here!
Saved by Jupiter, saved!
I fancy, Craven, this is me man.
Too late. Time's up.
No, it was still 5 seconds to an hour when the hat was thrown into the ring. The fight will now proceed.
Uncle, it's not Jim, it's Mr. Harrison.
He's right. Blow me if it ain't old Jack Harrison, the ex-champ himself.
Let me through, will you? Let me through. I'm right sorry to be so late, Sir Charles, but I couldn't make it straight with the missus, sir, so I had to bring her with me, and we argued it out on the way. I'll just get shut of me greatcoat and put your colours on, sir.
5 minutes grace, Sir Charles.
Thank you, Mr. Craven. I couldn't be more glad to see you, Harrison. But what in the world brings you here?
But, sir, I sent you a message I was coming.
By whom?
John Cummins, the landlord of the Friars Oak Inn.
We saw him here, Mr. Harrison, but he was drunk and couldn't speak a word.
Dang me if I wasn't afraid of that. He brought a bag of sovereigns to back me with, and a note from Jim for you, sir.
But what's happened to Jim?
He couldn't come through no fault of his own, and I had orders to take his place from the only man on earth whose word I've never disobeyed.
Yes, and you can make the most of it this time, Sir Charles. For never again shall you have my Jack. Not if you went on your bended knees to me.
She's not a patron of sport, sir, and that's a fact.
Sport? Sport? Tell me when it's all over.
Is your man ready, Sir Charles?
All ready, sir. I'll dress before I come.
Mr. Craven, I beg to lodge a formal protest against these proceedings.
On what grounds, Sir Lothian?
This man is not the original nominee of Sir Charles Tregellis.
I never named me man, as you're aware.
It was understood Jim Harrison was to be my man's opponent. Now, at the last minute, he's withdrawn and another and more formidable man is put in his place.
How old are you, Harrison?
41 next month, sir.
Weight?
39, sir.
Harrison is within the age and weight limit set by your wager, and I now direct the fight to proceed.
Thank you.
Good luck, Mr. Harrison.
Thank you, Master Rodney. I'll do my best for you, Sir Charles.
I know you will, Harrison.
You've a chance now, Uncle.
Yes, nephew. A great chance.
I watched the two men enter the ring with a swelling heart. The smith now sporting the blue and black colours of my uncle. I'd often looked upon his mighty arms and neck, but I'd never before seen him stripped to the waist, or understood the marvellous symmetry of development which had made him in his youth the favourite model of the London sculptors. There was none of that white, sleek skin and shimmering play of sinew which made Wilson a beautiful picture, but in its stead there was a rugged grandeur of knotted and tangled muscle, as though the roots of some old tree were writhing from breast to shoulder and from shoulder to elbow. His huge, bare hands looked like two of his own hammers. Even in repose, the sun threw shadows from the curves of his skin. But when he exerted himself, every muscle bunched itself up, distinct and hard, breaking his whole trunk into gnarled knots of sinew. His skin on face and body was darker and harsher than that of his youthful antagonist. But he looked tougher and harder, an effect which was increased by the sombre colour of his stockings and breeches. He entered the ring sucking a lemon, with Jem Belcher and Caleb Baldwin, the coster, at his heels. Strolling across to the post, he tied his blue handkerchief over the West Countryman's yellow.
Gentlemen! Silence, please! I am requested to inform you that Sir Charles Tregellis' nominee is Jack Harrison, fighting at 13-8. Sir Lothian Hume's man is Crab Wilson, fighting at 13-3. No person to be allowed inside the inner ropes, save the timekeeper and the referee. And I have only to ask that if the occasion should require it, you will all give me your assistance to keep the ground clear, to prevent confusion and ensure a fair fight. All ready, gentlemen? And time!
There was a breathless hush as Harrison, Wilson, Belcher, and Dutch Sam walked very briskly into the centre of the ring. The two men shook hands, whilst their seconds did the same, the four hands crossing each other. Then the seconds dropped back, and the two champions stood toe to toe with their hands up. As long as I live, I shall never again see such a fight as that between Champion Harrison and Crab Wilson. It was a match of youth against experience. "30 rounds were fought in an hour and 25 minutes, and both men were beginning to show signs of wear. Harrison's breath was coming hard, and there were crimson blotches on Wilson's body where the smith's blows had told. Yet, at the call of time, both men sprang from their seconds' knees, with laughter upon their mutilated faces and a jest on their bleeding lips, with the determination to fight on until they could fight no more.
How is it with you, Harrison?
Oh, hearty as a buck, Sir Charles. Right as a day, sir.
Time!
The strain had gone from my uncle's face, but a change had come over the face of Sir Lothian Hume. It was plain that he feared his fortunes as well as his champion were going down before the smashing blows of the older prizefighter.
Get his pepper box open!
Follow with the left, Jack. Now's the time. Oh, good man.
Go on, Harrison, go on.
Get under his reach, Crab.
Wilson's down.
Yes, Wilson. Bravo, Mr. Harrison. Oh, Uncle, wasn't that great?
Harrison is a splendid man indeed, nephew.
By George, Belcher himself never put in a greater rally. What do you think now, Sir Lothian?
I don't believe my man can lose. It was a slip rather than a knockdown.
Well, he's been slipping a good bit then, that's all I can say. Good man, Harrison, keep it up!
Your man's making a great fight of it, Sir Charles, but he should try and get in a finishing blow. 31 rounds are too many for a man of his age.
Harrison will fight while there's breath in his body.
I don't doubt it, but Wilson will have breath for longer. Your man should try to bring it to a close.
Time!
Go on, Harrison! Go on, Harrison! Come on, Harrison!
Uncle?
Yes? Oh, good man, Harrison.
Uncle, I think Sir Lothian Hume is making a signal to someone.
What? What the deuce is he doing?
That man at the back there, I'm sure he was making a sign to him.
There's nothing he can do, nephew. He may try to bilk me of me winnings, but win this fight he can't. Oh, go on, Harrison, go on.
Wilson down! Wilson down!
Smith has it all!
As I watched the two bruised and battered men preparing to come up for yet another grueling round, I thought of Mrs. Harrison, waiting while her man fought his last battle. I think at that moment I knew something of what she must have felt in the long vigils she had spent during his fighting career. Round after round had ended by Crab Wilson going down, and it was evident even to my inexperienced eyes that he was weakening rapidly. He leaned heavily upon the 2 seconds when they led him to his corner, and he reeled when their support was withdrawn. Yet his science had, through long practice, become an automatic thing with him, so that he stopped and hit with less power, but with as great accuracy as ever. Even now, a casual observer might have thought that he had the best of the battle, for the smith was far the more terribly marked. But there was a wild stare in the West Countryman's eyes, and a strange catch in his breathing, which told us that it is not the most dangerous blow which shows upon the surface. A heavy cross-buttock at the end of the 31st round shook the breath from his body, and he came up for the next round with the same jaunty gallantry as ever, but with the dazed expression of a man whose wind has been utterly smashed.
Wade in on him, Jack. He's got the roly-polies now. You have it all your own way.
It's a shame to let the brave fellow fight on. Take him away!
Sir Lothian, as Wilson's patron, I think you should direct the sponge to be thrown up.
You think he can't win?
He's hopelessly beaten.
I disagree. I think he can fight another 10 rounds.
He'll fight no more than this one. Look at that! Sir Lothian, you must stop it.
The smith had driven Wilson to the ropes, where he hung helplessly, almost powerless to stop the rain of blows from Harrison's iron hands. I stole a look at Sir Lothian and saw him turn slightly, raising an arm in signal to a tall man at the back. Instantly, I heard the man shout,
"Cut the ropes! Break the ring! Fair play for Gloucester!"
Hey, stay back there! Beaters, drive these men back! Stop them! They're trying to break the ropes! Drive them back!
It was useless. The surge of men pressed forward, in spite of the beaters out laying about them with their whips and the seconds trying to protect their men still fighting in the ring. The inner ropes snapped like threads, and in an instant the ring was a swirling, seething mass of figures, whips and sticks falling and clattering, whilst face to face, in the middle of it all, so wedged that they could neither advance nor retreat, the smith and the West Countryman continued their long, drawn-out battle.
The ring's broken! I appeal to the referee! The fight's null and void!
This is your doing, Sir Lothian.
We shall have to declare draw, Sir Charles.
My man has the fight in hand.
I can't help that. The ring's broken. Do you consent to a draw, Sir Lothian?
Yes, no.
There's no help for it, I'm afraid. Gentlemen, silence if you please. Belcher, can you do something?
Listen, you lot! Do you want my fists and Mendozas at your jaws? It's so you can have
Let's stop them, Mr. Craven.
Thank you, Jim. Gentlemen, as referee, I declare this fight a draw. The men are to be withdrawn and all stakes returned to their owners. Get your men away!
Come on, old-timer. It's all over now.
Well, I can't say I'm sorry, Jim. Thanks for the way you looked after me.
Are you all right, Mr. Harrison?
I can stand, Master Rodney, and there's no bones broken. But I'll be glad of a good sit-down after this, I can tell you.
Come with me, Harrison. We'll have you attended. Then I'll drive you home.
Oh, that's all right, Sir Charles. Me and the missus came in a trap.
Oh, Jack! Oh, Jack!
Now, old girl, don't take on so.
Oh.
I come back safe and sound to you, haven't I?
Safe and sound? Why, it's worse than when you beat Black Baruch.
Oh, no.
If it weren't for your greatcoat, I couldn't swear you were the man who led me to the order.
Come, lass. Come.
Don't you dare ever ask my leave to fight again, Jack Harrison. If the King of England were to ask you, I'd never let you do it more.
Oh, no, this is my last fight, lass. My last fight. I'll give you my Debbie.
Give him a drink from the flask, Jim.
Here you are, old spark.
Thank you.
This will put new life into you.
Oh, thanks, Sir Charles.
Oh, you fought a great fight, Jack. Wish I'd seen you in your young days.
Oh, don't you go encouraging him. He's done with it. You heard him say so.
I'll get fresh water and another towel. We'll clean you up a bit.
Now, let's try and settle this matter about Jim. Did you say he sent a note to me?
Yes, that's right, Sir Charles. My old woman will bear me out.
Yes, by John Cummings, sir, the landlord of the Friar's Oak Inn, with instructions to bring it to you right away.
Hello,
Bless me if this isn't him now. Well, John Cummings, what have you got to say for yourself? Didn't I tell you not to let a drop pass your lips when you're giving a message to Sir Charles?
Oh, I know, Jack. I know. I ought to be poleaxed, I ought. But I did ask you, Sir Charles, as soon as I arrived, but you weren't there.
I was out searching for the man. But you could have waited.
Oh, wait, I did, sir. I take my oath.
But you was so long a coming, and, well, what with the landlord here wanting me to try his own specials, and me being so pleased to have a bag of sovereigns to back Jack Harrison with, I let me senses go clean away from me.
Well, have you still got that note, John Cummings? Or have you lost that too?
Oh, I have it here, Jack. It's for you, Sir Charles. From young Jim Harrison himself.
Ah. But this is extraordinary.
What does it say, Uncle?
When this reaches you, come as soon as you can to Cliff Royal. You'll see me there and hear much that concerns you deeply. Until then, I remain him whom you knew as Jim Harrison. What do you think of that, nephew?
I don't know, sir. I don't understand it at all.
Did Jim give you this himself, Cummings?
He did, sir. Oh, I scarcely knew him at first. It looked like his own ghost. He was so eager it should reach you that he wouldn't leave me till the horse was harnessed and me started on my way. There was one note for you and one for Sir Lothian Hume. I'll give it to him outside just now.
But what should he be doing at Cliff Royal? And why does he sign himself him whom you knew as Jim Harrison?
Do you know Mr. Harrison?
I'll say nothing, Master Rodney. Neither do you nor Sir Charles. I can only advise you to drive over to Cliff Royal, where you will find out.
I don't move till I've seen you safely in the hands of the surgeon, Harrison.
He's taken good care of, Sir Charles.
Thanks, Jim.
I won't leave him till I know for certain he's come to no harm.
Thank you, Jim. I shall come and see you at your smithy, Harrison.
Sir?
You shan't be the loser for what you did today. Come, nephew.
And I'll see Sir Charles when he comes, Jack Harrison.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't trust you and him together for untold gold. Why, before long, he'd be persuading my man to meet you, Jim Belcher.
If he were my age and weight, I'd be proud to, Mrs. Harrison. Come on, old timer.
Right.
Let me mop you up a bit. Then you've got to see a surgeon, or I must answer to Sir Charles.
Yeah, and I'm coming with you. And as for you, John Cummings, if I was your wife, you'd get the rough side of my tongue. Drunk, when you had an important message to deliver.
Seems a long time since we first travelled this road together, nephew.
Yes, sir, it does. And yet it's barely 2 months. I seem to have seen and learnt so much.
I, too, have learnt something today. This ends my connection with the ring. Never again do I give countenance to a prize fight. But I see no possible means by which it can be kept free from roguery. Do I hear something travelling behind us?
Sir?
Look round, nephew.
It's Sir Lothian Hume's carriage. John Cummings said he had a letter as well.
Ah, yes. He's also bound for Cliff Royal. He and I are 2 survivors of that black night of the murder.
But why should Jim, of all people, call you there?
Why, indeed. I've had an eventful life, nephew. Somehow I feel the strangest scene of it all is waiting for me now at Cliff Royal.
That was part 3 of Rodney Stone by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, with Sean Arnold as Rodney Stone, Henry Stamper as Champ Harrison, Charlotte Mitchell as Mrs. Harrison, and John Rye as Sir Charles Tregellis. Sir Lothian Hume was played by Nigel Graham, Sir John Lade by Adrian Egan, Jem Belcher by David Sinclair, Gentleman Jackson by Steve Hodson, John Cummings and Bill Waugh by Peter Wickham, Mendoza and Lorimer by Timothy Bateson, and Barclay Craven by David Peart. James Carey played the part of the landlord, Alex Jennings the ostler, and Peter Tuddenham the gentleman and servant. The director was David Johnston. Rodney Stone by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, dramatised for radio in 4 parts by Constance Cox, with Sean Arnold as Rodney Stone, Stuart Organ, Henry Stamper, Charlotte Mitchell, John Rye, and Terence Morgan. Rodney Stone, Part 4.
As a result of a mysterious letter from Jim, my uncle, Sir Charles Tregellis, and I found ourselves on the road to Cliff Royal, with the high yellow carriage of Sir Lothian Hume not far behind. Sir Charles whipped up the mares, and now from the curve of the road we could see the high, dark pinnacles of the old manor house shooting up above the ancient oaks which ring it round. The sight of it, with its blood-stained and ghost-blasted reputation, would in itself have been enough to send a thrill through my nerves. But when the words of my uncle made me suddenly realize that this strange summons was indeed for the two men who were concerned in that old-world tragedy, and that it was the playmate of my youth who had sent it, I caught my breath as I seemed vaguely to catch a glimpse of some portentous thing forming itself in front of us. The rusted gates between the crumbling heraldic pillars were folded back, and my uncle flicked the mares impatiently as we flew up the weed-grown avenue until he pulled them on their haunches before the time-blotched steps. The front door was open, and boy Jim was waiting there to meet us. But it was a different boy Jim from him whom I'd known and loved. There was a change in him somewhere, a change so marked that it was the first thing that I noticed, and yet so subtle that I could not put words to it. He was not better dressed than of old, for I well knew the old brown suit that he wore. He was not less comely, for his training had left him the very model of what a man should be. And yet there was a change, a touch of dignity in the expression, a suggestion of confidence in the bearing which seemed, now that it was supplied, to be the one thing which had been needed to give him harmony and finish. Somehow, in spite of his prowess, his old-school name of boy had clung very naturally to him, until that instant, when I saw him standing in his self-contained and magnificent manhood in the doorway of the ancient house. A woman stood beside him, her hand resting upon his shoulder, and I saw that it was Miss Hinton of Anstey Cross.
Roddy! Jim, what's happened? What did you mean by that letter?
Yes, Jim. I think you owe me an explanation.
I'll explain everything in time, Sir Charles. But won't you come in? I'd like you to meet someone.
Well, Sir Charles, do you remember me?
I didn't think I'd had the privilege, ma'am. And yet...
Polly Hinton of the Haymarket Theatre. Surely you haven't forgotten Polly Hinton?
Polly Hinton? Forgotten? Why, we mourned you in Fopp's Alley for more years than I care to think of.
Oh.
But what in the name of wonder you...
I married Sir Charles and retired from the stage. I want you to forgive me for taking Jim away from you last night.
Then it was you. We saw a woman's footprint.
Yes, Sir Charles. My claim on him was even stronger than yours. You were his patron. I was his mother.
Jim! It's all true, Roddy. There's so much you've got to hear.
He's my own boy, Sir Charles. And he saved me from what is worse than death, as your nephew Rodney could tell you. Long before he knew who I was, he was good and kind to me. But my lips were sealed, and it was only last night that I could tell him that it was his mother whom he had brought back by his gentleness and by his patience into the sweetness of life.
Hush, Mother. There are some things which are best left between ourselves. But tell me, Sir Charles, how went the fight?
Oh, your uncle would have won it, but some roughs broke the ring.
He's not my uncle, Sir Charles. But he has been the best and truest friend, both to me and to my father, that ever the world could offer. I hope he wasn't hurt much.
Oh, a week or two will set him right. But I still wish I knew how it was you left me in that manner.
Let me tell it for you, Jim. Though my son, Sir Charles, knew nothing of his parents, we were both alive and had never lost sight of him. When he wished so much to go to London and take up this challenge, I let him have his way and helped him all I could. But yesterday it came to the ears of his father, who would have none of it. He ordered me at once to bring his son to his side.
But I refused, sir. You've been good to me, and I couldn't let you down.
I was at my wit's end, Sir Charles. I knew Jim would never come unless a substitute were provided for him. I went to the good, kind couple who had brought him up and told them how matters stood. Mrs. Harrison loved Jim as if he had been her own son, and her husband loved mine, so they came to my help. Harrison would take Jim's place if Jim would go to his father. Then I drove to Crawley. I found out which was Jim's room and spoke to him through the window. I was sure those who had backed him would never let him go.
No, indeed.
Then I told him everything.
But even then I wouldn't go, sir, until I'd made certain Mr. Harrison would take my place.
But you could have left some message with Belcher. Anyone.
My head was in a whirl, Sir Charles. To find father and a mother, a new name and a new rank might turn a stronger head than mine ever was.
A new rank?
Ah, in a minute, Roddy. My mother's phaeton was waiting, but we'd scarcely started before some fellow seized the horse's head, and a couple of ruffians attacked us. I knocked down the one and beat the other off with his own cudgel. But who they were, or why they should molest us, I can't imagine.
Perhaps this gentleman could tell us. Sir Lothian?
Which is the person who has had the impudence to send me so pressing an invitation to visit my own house?
I am.
Then perhaps you would be so good as to tell me why you're here, and what the devil you mean by trespassing on my property.
You'll understand everything in good time, Sir Lothian. If you would follow me in here...
What the deuce is all this poppycock?
Jim, it's that room where we came before.
Yes. You remember it too, I think, Sir Charles.
Only too well. Everything is the same. Cards on the table, chairs where we sat, and that stain upon the ceiling. Must we stay in this dreadful room?
My father wished your meeting with him to be here.
You came here and saw your father? Cliff Royal?
Yes,
Well, in God's name, then, tell us who your father is.
Jim made no answer, save to point over our shoulders, and glancing round we became aware that someone had entered the room through the door which led to the bedroom stair. He was a tall man, clad in a dark dressing gown, and leaning heavily upon a stick. His long, bloodless countenance was so thin and so white that it gave the strangest illusion of transparency. Only within the folds of a shroud have I ever seen so wan a face. The brindled hair and the rounded back gave the impression of advanced age, and it was only the dark brows and the bright, alert eyes glancing out from beneath them which made me doubt whether it really was an old man who stood before us. There was an instant of silence, broken by a deep oath from Sir Lothian Hume.
Lord Avon, by God.
Yes. Lord Avon. At your service, gentlemen.
Ned.
No, Charles, keep your distance from me.
Ned, is that all you can say to me after all these years? We were the best of friends.
Until you thought me guilty of murder.
No, Ned.
Yes, Charles, you did. I read it in your eyes and in your manner on that terrible morning. At the first breath of suspicion, you, my most intimate friend, set me down as a thief and a murderer.
No, Ned, no.
And so when I wished to leave my son in safe hands, I had to pass you over. I placed him with the one man who had never doubted my innocence.
Harrison. Then Jim is really your son?
Yes. But I kept my marriage secret because I'd married outside our own circles. I loved her dearly, but my foolish pride wouldn't allow me to declare what I had done.
Hush, my dear.
No, it must be told. When through my neglect she was driven into habits for which I, not she, was to blame, I took the child from her and gave her an allowance on condition she kept away from him.
My eyes had been upon the face of my uncle as he listened, but now, as I turned them from him, they fell once more upon the thin, wolfish face of Sir Lothian Hume. He stood near the window, his grey silhouette thrown up against a square of dusty glass, and I have never seen such a play of evil passions, of anger, of jealousy, of disappointed greed upon a human face before.
Am I then to understand that this young man claims to be the heir to the peerage of Avon?
He is my lawful son, and in consequence my heir.
I demand a proof. Neither Tregellis nor I nor any of your friends ever heard of a marriage or dreamt that there was any other heir but myself.
My word is proof to those who know me.
Pardon me, Lord Avon, but as your cousin I may have some claim to know you, and I see no reason why I should accept your statement. To my mind, this is a very pretty conspiracy with a murderer, a play actress, and a prize fighter, all playing their parts. Sir Charles, you will hear from me on the matter between us, and you, my lord, will hear from me again.
He's going to denounce me to the authorities.
Jim, Sir Charles, go after
No,
him.
let him go. The matter must come into the open now, at whatever cost.
Ned, you did me an injustice when you believed I judged you harshly without reason. True, I did believe you guilty, but only on the evidence of my own eyes.
What do you mean?
I saw you, Ned, on that accursed night. coming from your brother's room. I'd heard his voice rage in anger and fear only an instant before, and then I saw you. You had a bag of money in your hand, and on your face was such an expression that I dared not speak to you. Can you blame me when we made that dreadful discovery next morning for thinking the worst?
And yet, Charles, I am innocent.
I thank God to hear you say so. But why have you concealed yourself all these years?
It was to save the family honour, Charles. You know how dear it was to me. I couldn't clear myself without proving my brother to have been guilty of the foulest crime which a gentleman could commit. For 18 years I have screened him at the expense of everything of which a man could sacrifice. I have lived a living death which has left me an old and shattered man when I'm but in my 40th year. But now, when I'm faced with the alternative of telling the facts about my brother or of wronging my son, I can only act in one fashion, and the more so since I have reason to hope that a way may be found by which what I am now about to disclose to you need never come to the public ear. Come over here. You remember the days and nights we played cards here?
Yes, only too well.
Sit down at the table again, where you sat before. Yes, you were there, and I was here. There sat Sir Lothian, and there my brother. Take up the cards before you, Charles.
Yes.
One at a time. Place your finger and thumb at the left-hand bottom corner and tell me what you feel.
Right. It's been pricked by a pin.
Yes. What is the card?
King of clubs.
Try the left-hand bottom corner of the next one.
No, it's quite smooth.
And the card?
Three of spades.
And the next?
This has been pricked. It's the ace of hearts.
Don't you see the whole wretched story now?
I see something, but not all.
Edward, this is too much for you.
Yes, Father.
You should rest.
No. Now I've begun, I must tell it all. You remember our game, Charles? How we all lost and my brother won. You remember, too, how you all retired and left me in this room alone.
Yes.
Well, I remained here thinking of the incidents of the game and the changes it would make in my fortunes. My only consolation was that my brother had won. I knew he was firmly in the clutches of the moneylenders, and I hoped that the luck which had shaken my position might be the means of restoring his. As I sat there, idly fingering the cards, I suddenly felt the small needle pricks in the corners.
Was every pack so marked?
Every one. I knew my brother had ordered the packs and that they'd been in his room some hours before we began to play. Tingling with anger and shame, I went upstairs, the cards in my hand, to tax him with cheating. He was sitting with the money before him as I entered. I showed him the cards, and I saw the colour drain from his face.
Did he attempt to deny his guilt?
He knew it was useless. He pleaded with me, begging me to spare him from public disgrace. I told him that for the sake of the family honour, I would not reveal what he had done, but the money must be returned, and he must never touch a card again.
Yes.
The papers he'd won from me I threw into the grate. As I turned away, he clutched at me, tearing the ruffle from my wrist, and crying out that the moneylenders would send him to prison. I refused to say another word to him, but left him grovelling on the floor in his self-pity and misery.
That must have been the cry I heard. Then I looked out and saw you coming from his room.
Next morning, I returned the money to you. And then came the discovery of my brother's death. I saw I was suspected, and I saw also that even if I could clear myself, it could only be done by revealing his infamy. I chose to flee my trial and disappear from the world.
Yes, for 18 years.
First of all, it was necessary I should make arrangements for the wife and son, of whom you knew nothing. At that time, there were reasons, now happily gone past, which made me determine the child was better apart from his mother.
You were ashamed of me, Edward. You drove me to it.
I know, Mary. I know now I was to blame.
Well, why didn't you confide in me, Ned?
Your suspicions had wounded me so deeply. On the evening after the tragedy, I went to London and arranged that my wife should have a fitting allowance on condition that she did not interfere with my son. Then I went to the only person in the world I felt I could trust.
Who is it?
Lord Avon. Open the door, quickly.
My lord. Well, what in the name of wonder?
Close the door. I must speak to you privately.
Come on here, my lord. We was just going to bed.
Jack?
It's all right, lass.
Oh, who is it, Jack? Lord Avon.
Did you want the missus to stay, my lord?
Yes, what I have to ask concerns her too. Harrison, my brother, Captain Barrington, was found dead yesterday morning. It would seem he was murdered.
Murdered? Well, do they know who did it, sir?
No, but it's almost certain that suspicion will light upon me.
You, sir? Oh, but that's impossible. You never murder anyone.
As God's my witness, I'm innocent. But I shall be unable to prove it without disclosing matters I prefer to keep unknown. I need your help, Harrison.
What, in anything, my lord?
2 years ago, I was married, secretly. My wife and I now live apart, but I have a child, a son of 2 years old.
Sir?
For certain reasons, I do not wish him to remain with his mother, and I want you and your wife to take charge of him.
We will, of course, if you wish, my lord. And gladly, but for how long, sir?
For good, if necessary. Bring him up as your own. Never tell him of me or his mother.
But, my lord, how can you bear to part with him?
I must, unless by some miracle the truth comes to light. Now, for practical matters, you have, I believe, Harrison, just retired from the prize ring.
Oh, Mrs. made me, sir. It was after the trouble with Black Baruch.
Yes, they thought Baruch was going to die, my lord, and my poor Jack would have been arrested.
Mm-hmm. What do you intend to do in the future?
Oh, I thought of something in the blacksmith line, my lord, seeing as it takes strength, and all I've got is me muscles.
Would you object to going to Friar's Oak?
Oh, where's that, my lord?
Sussex village, about a mile from my country house, Cliff Royal.
Oh, the quieter the better, my lord. Anything to keep him away from them young London bloods,
yes.
as are always trying to get him back to the prize ring.
I'll set you up in business there, and you'll be able to bring me news of my boy.
Where will you be, sir?
At Cliff Royal.
But if that's your country house, sir, won't they come looking for you there?
They'll never find me. There are secret passages there where a man may hide till doomsday.
Oh.
I shall need you to supply me with food, Harrison.
Oh, yes, sir. But when shall we expect the boy, sir?
I have him outside in the carriage now. I'll bring him in to you. I have your word you'll be faithful to me.
Oh, my honour, my lord.
We've never had a child ourselves, sir. We'll bring him up like he was our very own.
And you've been here in this house for 18 years?
Yes. I selected Friar's Oak because I had already chosen my place of concealment. And if I could not see my boy, it was at least some consolation to know that he was near me. You're aware that this mansion is one of the oldest in England, but you're not aware that it has been built with a very special eye to concealment, that there are no less than 2 habitable secret chambers, and that the outer or thicker walls are tunnelled into passages. The existence of these rooms has always been a family secret, though it was one which I valued so little that it was only the chance of my seldom using the house which had prevented me from pointing them out to some friend. Now I found that a secure retreat was provided for me in my extremity. I stole down to my own mansion, entered it at night, and leaving all that was dear to me behind, I crept like a rat behind the wainscot, to live out the remainder of my weary life in solitude and misery. In this worn face, Charles, and in this grizzled hair, you may read the diary of a most miserable existence.
My dear friend.
Once a week, Harrison used to bring me up provisions, passing them through the pantry window, which I left open for the purpose. Sometimes I would steal out at night and walk under the stars once more, with a cool breeze upon my forehead. But this I had to stop at last, for I was seen by the rustics, and rumours of a spirit at Cliff Royal began to get about. One night, 2 ghost hunters...
It was I, Father, and my friend. Roddy, you remember the night we came here?
Yes.
I know it was. Harrison told me the same night. I was proud, James, to see that you had the spirit of the Barringtons, and that I had an heir whose gallantry might redeem the family blot which I have striven so hard to cover up. Then came the day when your mother's kindness, her mistaken kindness, Gave you the means of escaping to London.
Oh, Edward, if you could have seen our boy, like a caged eagle, beating against the bars.
I don't blame you, Mary, I don't blame you. But when I learned from Harrison that he'd matched himself to appear in a public prize fight, that I could not allow, Charles.
Ned, how could I know?
Then Edward revealed himself to me, and I went to fetch Jim to his side.
That was yesterday, Charles. I've told you about the past 18 years almost as soon as I've told my wife and son.
Please God, we shall have many years yet in which to make up to you all that you've suffered, Ned. But it seems to me we're as far off as ever from learning how your brother came by his death.
That someone else must tell you, Charles. Someone who was there and witnessed it. Tell him to come in, my son.
Yes, Father.
Someone else?
Will you come in now?
Good day, Sir Charles.
Ambrose, for he it was, stepped forward into the light, turning his sallow face in our direction. His usually impassive features were in a state of painful agitation, and he spoke slowly and with hesitation, as though his trembling lips could hardly frame the words. And yet so strong his habit that even in this extremity of emotion he assumed the deferential air of the high-class valet, and his sentences formed themselves in the sonorous fashion which had struck my attention upon that first day when the curricle of my uncle had stopped outside my father's door.
Ambrose! What in God's name are you doing here?
Tell Sir Charles, Ambrose, what happened on that night, as fully and as freely as you've told it to me.
Very good, my lord. Lady Avon and gentlemen, if I have sinned in this matter, and I freely confess I have done so, I know only one way in which I can atone for it. That is by making the full and complete confession my master Lord Avon has demanded.
Confession?
Hear him out, Charles.
I assure you, then, that what I am about to tell you is the absolute and undeniable truth concerning the mysterious death of Captain Barrington. It may come as a surprise to you, Sir Charles, that I hated him.
You hated Barrington?
It may seem impossible to you that one in my humble walk of life should bear a deadly and implacable hatred against a man in the position of Captain Barrington. You think that the gulf between us is too wide. I can tell you, gentlemen, that the gulf which can be bridged by unlawful love can be spanned also by an unlawful hatred, and that upon the day when this young man stole from me all that made my life worth living, I vowed to heaven that I should take from him that foul life of his, though the deed would cover but the tiniest fraction of the debt which he owed me. I see that you look askance at me, Sir Charles Tregellis, but you should pray to God, sir, that you may never have the chance of finding out what you would yourself be capable of in the same position.
But why? In heaven's name?
He stole from me.
Stole from you?
Yes, from me. Everything that made my life worth living. I swore that I would take from him that foul life of his in return.
This is unbelievable.
It was a wonder to all of us to see this man's fiery nature breaking suddenly through the artificial constraints with which he held it in check. His short, dark hair seemed to bristle upwards. His eyes glowed with the intensity of his passion, and his face expressed a malignity of hatred which neither the death of his enemy nor the lapse of years could mitigate. The demure servant was gone, and there stood in his place a deep and dangerous man, one who might be an ardent lover or a most vindictive foe.
We were to have been married, she and I, when some black chance threw her across his path.
Yes, I begin to understand.
Yes, a common enough story, is it not, Sir Charles? I don't know by what promises he deceived her. It was done before I knew of the danger, but she was left with her broken heart and ruined life to return to the home into which she'd brought disgrace and misery.
Did you know of this, Ned?
No, nothing.
I only saw her once after that, but she told me the captain had burst out laughing when she reproached him for his treatment of her. I swore there and then that his blood should pay me for that laugh.
Ambrose.
I was a valet at the time, Sir Charles. I determined to gain service with Lord Avon solely for the purpose of settling accounts with his younger brother.
Go on.
Eventually, I achieved my aim. Then I awaited my chance. It came during the visit of you, Sir Charles, Sir Lothian Hume, and Captain Barrington to Lord Avon here at Cliff Royal.
The weekend we played at cards?
Yes, Sir Charles. Lord Avon believed that no one but himself knew of the secret passages in this house. He was mistaken. I knew of them. Or at least I knew enough of them to serve my purpose. I had discovered one that led from my room to that of the captain. In that manner I could come upon him when I wished, and nobody would be the wiser. I then formulated my plan. I was to come upon him by surprise, tell him I knew of his infamy, kill him, and make my escape.
Cold-blooded murder?
To me, my lady, it was justice. While the four of you gambled for 2 days and a night, I awaited my opportunity. Whenever you rang for fresh wine, at what hour you liked, you always found me ready and waiting, counting the minutes which brought me nearer to my man. Captain Barrington even remarked that I was the model of all valets.
Yes. I seem to recall something of this.
Then at last, very early in the morning, I heard you push back your chairs and knew your game had finally come to an end. I entered the room to receive my master's orders. Lord Avon was sitting at the table fingering the scattered cards. He ordered me angrily from the room, but before I obeyed him, I managed to put my hand on the thing I had really come for, Lord Avon's hunting knife, which lay on a side table.
The knife that killed Barrington? You saw nothing of this, Ned?
I just at that moment discovered the marked cards. I'd even forgotten that Ambrose entered the room.
I stole back to my bedroom and sat waiting while I made up my mind what to do. There would be little satisfaction in killing him if he was not to know whose hand struck the blow, or which of his sins it came to avenge.
Ambrose, you're inhuman.
On the contrary, Sir Charles. I thought I might bind and gag him in his drunken sleep, then with a prick of my knife arouse him to listen to what I had to say to him. I could picture the look in his eyes as the haze of sleep cleared away from them, the look of anger turning to stark horror as he understood who I was and what I had come for. It would be the supreme moment of my life.
Barrington slept within yards of me, and yet I knew nothing of this.
I waited, as it seemed to me, at least an hour. Then I went to my secret passage and made my way to Captain Barrington's room. I slid back the panel a few inches and saw him. He was counting over his gambling gains, his face flushed and triumphant. Then he rose and stumbled towards his bed. I knew it would only be a few minutes before he fell into a deep sleep, and then it would be easy for me.
Ambrose, make an end of this, for God's sake.
As your lordship wishes. I was still watching him, when suddenly I saw him start and a terrible expression come into his face. For an instant, I thought I was discovered. Then I heard Lord Avon's voice, and he came into my view. I saw my master spread out the cards on the table and watched the captain blanch with terror as he learned his infamy had been discovered. I saw with joy that my master was deaf to his pleas. I watched Lord Avon sweep the money into a bag and burn the IOUs. Then, as he turned away, I saw the captain seize him by the wrist, imploring him to have mercy on him. How I loved my master when I saw him drag his sleeve from those clutching fingers and leave the stricken wretch grovelling on the floor.
This is all as you described it, Ned.
Yes, but now comes the end, which I couldn't tell you, Charles, for I never knew it until now. Tell Sir Charles Ambrose, what happened after that?
I waited where I was, watching the captain all the time, and thinking of the opportunities that now opened to me.
Opportunities?
Now I knew the man was a cheat. I had an even better weapon than my master's hunting knife. I could hound him from his clubs and his regiment. I could blast his life completely and still kill him in the end if I so wished.
Ambrose, the man was broken enough.
We all have our own feelings, Sir Charles, and you will permit me to say that a serving man may resent an injury as much as a gentleman, though the redress of the duel is denied him. It was my revenge, and mine only, which counted with me.
Heaven's sake, man.
After Lord Avon had gone, the captain remained for a few moments kneeling on the floor, his head in his hands. Then he rose and moved quickly across the room out of my view. I could hear him at a bureau, opening drawer after drawer as if in search of something. For a moment, there was silence. Then from where he stood, there was a cry and the sound of a heavy fall. I stepped into the room. The captain had defeated my purpose. The knife with which he had stabbed himself lay by his side, and as I reached him, he died.
But Lord Avon's knife was found beside him.
That was my fault, Sir Charles. As I came away, I caught up the captain's knife by mistake instead of the one I brought with me. Had I known how terribly it might tell against you, my lord, I would have gone back for it.
But you knew the truth of the affair. How could you allow an innocent man to be persecuted all these years?
How could I reveal it, Sir Charles, without revealing the scandal I knew Lord Avon was so anxious to conceal?
He's right, Charles.
But I swore, Sir Charles, that if ever I should find my old master, I'd reveal everything to him. It was your nephew who put me on the track of where he might be found.
I did?
The night, sir, you told Sir Charles of seeing a ghost here.
Of course.
I came here and found Lord Avon.
The day you deserted me, I presume.
I trust you'll forgive me for that, Sir Charles, but Lord Avon had the prior claim.
You men, stay outside.
They've come to arrest
Oh,
me.
Ned!
You can prove your innocence now, Father.
In here, Sir James.
I don't need to be shown the way, sir, in a house where I've drunk many a bottle of good claret. Lord Avon, as a magistrate of the county of Sussex, it's my duty to tell you that a warrant is held against you for the wilful murder of your brother, Captain Barrington, in the year 1786.
I'm ready to answer the charge, Sir James.
Now, this I tell you as a magistrate. But as a man and the squire of Rougham Grange, I'm right glad to see you, Ned, and here's my hand on it. Never will I believe that a man like yourself, who could show his horse's tail to any field in the whole down county, would be capable of such an act.
I'm as innocent as you are, James, and I can prove it.
Until which time a stout door and a good lock will be the best guarantee that you'll be there to do so.
Are you a magistrate of this county, sir?
No.
Then how dare you, sir, presume to instruct me in my duty?
I simply ask that Lord Avon is kept in safe custody until this matter is cleared up. I'm the next heir to the estate, and I've reason to believe there's a conspiracy afoot to cheat me of my position.
Plague take it, Ned. I want to deal with you as kindly as possible, but the law obliges me to take you into custody.
Excuse me, Sir James, but isn't it a fact that so long as he's under the eye of a magistrate, he may be said to be in the care of the law?
That is so.
Then, Sir James, if Lord Avon were to stay with you...
Thank you, sir. Thank you for reminding me. You'll stay at my place, Ned, till this blows over, and we'll crack a bottle together, by Jupiter.
Sir James!
In other words, Lord Avon, I make myself responsible to hold you in safe custody until your person is required of me.
Thank you, James. And if my wife and son might visit me...
Oh, is that who they are? Well, then they shall come and stay too. Hang me if they don't.
Thank you, sir.
I've a boy of your age of my own, lad, and if anyone tried to part him from me, oh, well. Lady Avon, my hearty greetings to you. You're truly welcome, both of you. My carriage is outside, Ned, and we can go at your pleasure.
Let's go at once, Edward. Away from this horrible house.
Thank you, my dear.
Oh, I will look after you.
I'm all right. I'm all right. Yes.
Sir Charles, I want to thank you for being so good to me and for giving me a chance when I thought I needed it. But I know my uncle did better for you than I should have done.
Not better. When Lord Avon claimed his son, the ring lost a great fighter.
I'll be coming to see you, Roddy.
Sir Lothian, you've not forgotten, I hope, there's still a small matter open between us?
I was about to remind you of it. Would you kindly give me the name of a friend, so that my second may call on him?
Lieutenant Stone of Friars Oak will stand for me.
And the time and place of our meeting? Would tomorrow morning suit you?
Oh, the sooner the better.
I agree. Good day.
Are you really going to fight a duel with him, Uncle?
I am.
But he may kill you.
Alternatively, I may kill him. Let us look on the bright side, shall we? Well. This has certainly been a day of surprises. To think of my old friend not only alive, but innocent as well.
And Jim, his heir.
Yes. Your instinct was right in the choice of a friend, nephew. No relative of mine need be ashamed of his friendship with the son of Lord Avon. But you're the biggest surprise of all, Ambrose. To think you could break out in such a way.
It will never happen again, sir.
I trust not.
And if I might say so, sir, your cravat pains me very much.
I know. Lorimer does his best, but I've never been able to fill your place.
I should be proud to serve you again, Sir Charles, if you should wish me to.
Oh, but surely Lord Avon...
He says my presence is painful to him, sir, so if you could overlook my moment of violence...
I'll overlook anything, so long as you don't desert me again. Now, we're going to Friars Oak, Ambrose, and on arrival I shall be vastly obliged if you'll arrange my cravat. Come, nephew.
Read it quickly, please, Father.
Patience, lad. Patience while I get it undone.
What does it say? Is it from Lord Nelson himself?
Not exactly, but nearly as good as. This is what it says. We have great pleasure in confirming the appointment of Mr. Rodney Stone as midshipman of HMS Victory under the command of Admiral Lord Nelson.
Oh, Father.
Then there's a lot of flim-flam.
Lord Nelson? I'm to go in his ship?
Here it is, lad, in black and white.
It seems I've hardly seen you for a moment, Roddy, before I must lose you again.
Hush, Mary, love. It's a great chance for the boy. He'll learn everything about seamanship that's worth knowing from Lord Nelson.
You've said nothing about yourself, Lieutenant. I trust you, too, have had some share of good fortune in the matter of appointments.
That I have, Sir Charles. I've been appointed to the Cato as post-captain.
Oh, Father!
You're well-deserved, Lieutenant. Captain, I should say. I hope we may see you an admiral yet. So, it seems you and I must part company, nephew.
All the Stones have been in the sea service, Charles. But we can never forget your kindness in showing our dear Roddy something of the world.
On the contrary, Mary, I found your son a most excellent companion.
But something of a disappointment to you, sir.
No. You did your best, and it was foolish of me to expect you to measure up to the standards I set myself. Brummel himself could scarcely do that. Now I'm well disposed toward your nephew, and consider you eminently suited to the profession you're about to adopt. That'll be Sir Lothian's second come to arrange the matter I told you of, Captain. Pray, be so kind as to deal with it.
I will, sir, to the best of my ability.
And while we're on the subject of my nephew, there is one little favour you must grant me. He'll have to have a uniform, I imagine.
Of course he will, Charles. Anson will take him to the naval tailors at Portsmouth.
Pardon me, Mary, he must do no such thing. I've seen some of those naval men walking about in London, and the cut and fit of their uniforms positively makes one shudder. No. You must go to Geeves of Bond Street, nephew.
But, Charles, the cost...
The cost will be borne by me. Now, the tailor has your measurements, nephew, and will send them to Geeves. You shall have a couple of uniforms even the French might envy.
Thank you, sir.
Captain, is the matter settled?
We've arranged it for 7 o'clock tomorrow morning on Ditchling Common, Sir Charles.
I wish these things could be brought off later in the day. One either has to rise at a perfectly absurd hour or neglect one's toilet.
They're only at the inn across the road, Sir Charles. If you wished, I could step across and arrange it for later.
No. I must make the effort. Ambrose shall call me at 5.
What is this, Charles? You never told me. Are you about to fight a duel?
A little matter between Sir Lothian and myself, sister, which will be over long before you're even awake. Now, pray don't concern yourself.
And the barometer's set fair. You'll have a fine day for it.
May I come with you, Uncle?
No, nephew. One doesn't have spectators at such affairs, and you'll see fighting enough before long. Nor need you look as if you're walking behind me coffin. It's not my first affair, and I dare say it won't be my last.
Anything I can do, Sir Charles?
Yes, Captain. I should appreciate your help in preparing the pistols. I always carry them about. One never knows when an occasion like this might arise.
They're a beautiful pair, and no mistake.
Yes. They've served me well on several occasions.
Perhaps a spot of oil on the trigger would do no harm. That is, if you like a light pull.
I do. Ah, yes. This fits into my hand very neatly.
Mm-hmm.
It feels as if it were only yesterday that I held it. Yes. Yes, I think I shall manage to find my way to Sir Lothian's waistcoat tomorrow. What's that striking?
It must be 10 o'clock.
Ah. Then if you'll forgive me, Mary, I think I shall retire.
Oh, Charles, I wish you were rising early for a less dangerous errand.
I shall return. Never fear.
Take your hands from me! How dare you touch me!
You better come quickly, sir. We've come the devil of a way for you.
What on earth is that?
Sounds across at the inn.
It's Sir Lothian, Uncle. 2 men have got hold of him.
Sir Lothian?
We've got our orders, Sir Lothian. Either you pay or we take you with us. In heaven's name, can't they give me a little time?
You've had time, and the total's £12,000. Now, are you coming quietly?
Look, Marion, I have a very important appointment for 7 o'clock tomorrow. I'll give you £50 if you'll leave me alone till then. We got orders to take you with us, and the carriage is waiting.
That's right.
So you'll be so good as to step in, sir. How can I unless you let go of my arms?
Well, I'll let go, but you keep hold of him. He looks vicious. Would you? Club him, mate. Quieted him. He won't play no more tricks now. Now, into the carriage with him, my beauty, and then to the debtor's jail.
He was hoisted up like a bag of flour and fell with a brutal thud into the bottom of the carriage. The 3 men sprang in after him, a whip whistled in the darkness, and I had seen the last that I or anyone else, save some charitable visitor to a debtor's jail, was ever again destined to see of Sir Lothian Hume, the once fashionable Corinthian.
Who were they, Uncle?
Sheriff's officers, plainly. He was deep in the hands of the moneylenders.
They struck him. It was horrible.
Is there no hope for him, Sir Charles?
None, I fear. He borrowed enormous sums on the strength of his expectations. But now Lord Avon has an heir. It'll be the finish of him.
You won't need an early call tomorrow after all, Charles.
No, sister. But I wish those men had come a few hours later. I never liked him, but I might have saved him from an ignominious end.
I can't believe it, my lord. I've done nothing to deserve such generosity.
You kept a promise to me faithfully, Harrison. You brought up my son in a way to be proud of.
Well, sir.
Jim wishes this as much as I, don't you, Jim?
Yes, Father.
Do you hear it, old girl? We're to live rent-free at a lodge at Cliff Royal, with a pension to keep us for the rest of our days.
Oh, it's good of you, my lord. And I'll be glad to see Jack away from the smithy, and that's a fact.
Aye. You're always wanting me away from something. First there's a prize ring, now it's me trade.
Oh.
What's wrong with a smithy, may I ask?
It's those young bloods on the Brighton Road I'm afraid of.
She's afraid they'll entice you back to the prize ring, Harrison.
Aye, and he'd go like a shot, I know, for all he says he wouldn't.
Now.
Up at Cliff Royal, you'll be out of their way and out of danger, I'll see to that.
You and me might have a bit of a meal, Master Jim, on a quiet night when nobody was looking. Or wouldn't that be proper?
We'll see, Harrison. Father, I'd like to go and see Rodney Stone. Will you come with me?
No, I promised your mother I'd return at once. But go and see your friend, by all means. Goodbye, Harrison. Mrs. Harrison.
Goodbye, me lord.
Goodbye, my lord.
And thank you again, sir.
The old forge. The old anvil. Hammer I used to use.
Oh.
Soon the place will be empty, and it'll be nothing but a memory.
Jim, sir, I mean, it wasn't so bad with us, was it?
Oh, it was good with you, always. Only, in my bones, I seem to know it wasn't right for me.
Aye, that was your father's blood in you. It was only natural. But when we come to Cliff Royal, if at any time, sir, I should happen to speak familiar, won't be out of no disrespect, only from custom. And you will forgive me, won't you, sir?
I'd forgive you anything, both of you. You know that.
Oh, there's something else he wants to ask you, sir, only he's a bit shy about it. Go on, Jack, you know it'll only be on your mind.
Well, sir, it's this. I'm not a morbid man by any means, but there's times when all of us think about the moment when we'll go to our long rest.
Harrison.
Oh, it's all right, sir. I'm not thinking of dying yet. But it's about the place where I'd like to be laid, sir. Now, there's a beautiful bit of turf in the grounds at Cliff Royal, smooth as a billiard ball, and about 20 foot square.
It's about the size of a prize ring, sir. That's why he's got it on his mind.
Well, whatever he is, wife. There's no harm in that, is there? Do you have any objection if I was put there, sir?
None at all, though I hope it won't be for years yet.
And on the headstone, sir, do you think you could put, he fought a good fight?
Jack, I'm ashamed of you. You're not thinking of the battles of life at all. You're thinking of your fights with Black Baruch and Crab Wilson.
Well, I think it's a good text, Harrison, and one I'd be proud to have myself.
Oh, then you'll do it for me, sir?
Yes, I promise.
Oh, thank you, Jim. Sir, that is. Oh, wait. There's that shoe I left in the furnace when your father come. It'll be nearly molten by now, I reckon.
Can I help you, Uncle?
Eh? Aye, if you will, boy Jim. For the last time, eh?
Turn round, nephew. I want to see the back. Ah, yes. Yes, it fits admirably. Geeves have excelled themselves. You'll do credit to your ship and me.
Before we part, Uncle, I want to thank you again for your many kindnesses to me. I never really understood your way of life, or fitted into it, but you were always good to me in spite of that.
It was a pleasure to have your company, nephew. You even made me think for a short while that it might be pleasant to have a son. Fortunately, the sensation was brief. There are more important things in life for a leader of fashion like myself. But it made quite an impression on me at the time.
Roddy! Oh, you look splendid in your uniform. I beg your pardon, Sir Charles, but I had to come and say goodbye to Roddy.
Not at all. I'll leave you to talk with your friend, nephew, while I fetch me curricle from the inn. Excuse me.
Well, when do you go, Roddy?
In a very few minutes. I'm to join Lord Nelson's ship at Portsmouth.
So this is really goodbye for a long time.
Oh, I shall have leave, Jim. And I'll come and see you if I may. If you won't be too grand for me.
Oh, I'll never be too grand to see my best and truest friend. Isn't it strange, Roddy, the things that have happened in so short a time?
I always knew you were meant for great things, Jim.
Oh.
When I used to listen to you talking on the downs, there was something about you that didn't belong to the smithy.
All the same, I'm glad my life began in that humble way. If I'd been Lord Avon's son from the beginning, I'd never have met the people I have. The Harrisons, those great men of the prize ring, and you, Roddy. I might never even have known you. Now, if I ever feel too proud or I feel my possessions are making me arrogant, I shall go down to the smithy and remember what I once was.
Roddy, the post-chaise is here, and your father is putting your sea chest in. You must take your place inside.
Pardon me, sister, but my nephew's sea chest has just been taken out again.
But Charles, why?
Because this is one further privilege I claim. The privilege of driving the extremely personable nephew down to Portsmouth.
Uncle!
You have no objection, I trust.
There's nothing I'd like better, sir.
It will tell against me, of course, to be seen in a seaport town. But in this case, I shall allow me affections to overcome the better judgment. I'll wait for you while you make your farewells.
Goodbye, Roddy. Take care of yourself, my dear, and come back safe to me.
Goodbye, Mother. Goodbye, Jim.
Goodbye, Roddy. I'll see you when you come back.
Come along, boy. Your uncle's waiting.
The two beautiful mares were waiting, with my uncle in his many-caped greatcoat up on the box seat, the reins gathered in his hands. I climbed up beside him and looked at my loved ones once more.
Goodbye, Roddy.
Goodbye,
Goodbye, Roddy. I'll see you in Portsmouth soon,
Goodbye, Jim.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And so I drove away once more from Friar's Oak with my splendid uncle, leaving behind me in the little cottage much that I held dear. But I knew that this time I was going to a better way of life, under the greatest seaman England had ever known, and that I was to play a part, however small, in keeping my dear ones safe from harm. I think my uncle divined something of what was in my thoughts by what he next said to me.
God bless you, nephew. In your fight for England.
God bless you, sir, for your good and noble heart.
Come and see me when you return. I shall look forward to a visit from you.
You'll be the first person, sir, after my mother that I shall visit.
Thank you, nephew. Can you use a yard of tin, by the way?
A yard of... Oh, you mean the post horn, sir. I've never tried.
Suppose you try now. While I stretch the mare's legs a little.
That was the fourth and final part of Rodney Stone by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, dramatised by Constance Cox, with Sean Arnold as Rodney Stone, Stuart Organ as Jim Harrison, Henry Stamper as Champ Harrison, Charlotte Mitchell as Mrs. Harrison, John Rye as Sir Charles Tregellis, and Terence Morgan as Lord Avon. Miss Hinton was played by Jill Borkin, Anson Stone by Peter Woodthorpe, Mrs. Stone by Jean Trend, Sir Lothian Hume by Nigel Graham, and Ambrose by Michael Bilton. Peter Tuddenham was Sir James Ovington, David Peart, first officer, and David Goodison, second officer. Rodney Stone was directed by David Johnston.